Canada Cup 81. Canada Cup 81 is brought to you in part by Planters, who also bring you the finest, freshest tasting nuts you can buy. By Canadian National, in business for Canada. By Super Lotto, the lottery that can make you a millionaire. And Provincial, 5 chances at $500,000. And by the best on ice from Labatt's, brewers in Canada since 1828.
In Winnipeg, Sweden versus Finland, two traditional rivals. The New York Islanders' Anders Kalor scores twice for Sweden. Goals also by the Rangers' Anders Hedberg and Ulf Nielsen. And this goal by Bengt Lundholm. 5-0 Sweden. They win their first game of the Canada Cup tournament. Also in Winnipeg, Canada versus Czechoslovakia. You saw it on CTV, a classic international confrontation. Third period, tied at 3. Bob Gainey, number 23, scores, and Canada goes ahead with 8.5 minutes left. But Canada can't hold it. Jerzy Dudacek, Buffalo's fine first-round 1981 draft pick, number 19, with his second goal of the game. It ends up tied 4-4. Today, from the Forum in Montreal, round 4 of the Canada Cup 81. The offensive power of Team Canada versus the speed and finesse of Sweden. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Montreal Forum. And we should have a good one for you this afternoon. Canada versus Sweden, live from Montreal. We say a good one because Sweden had got off to a slow start, but has improved since this tournament began. They, of course, lost the opening game of the tournament to the United States 3-1, then faced the Soviets, lost that one 6-3 before shutting out Finland. Canada, meanwhile, is undefeated, but coming off a grinder, as they like to call it in the trade, a 4-4 tie against Czechoslovakia. Joining me on the telecast this afternoon will be Bernie Pascal. Bernie will be handling the play-by-play commentary, and our analysts will be Tom Watt. Up with Bernie and down with me here in the dressing room area will be Eddie Westfall. Well, we mentioned that Sweden got off to a slow start. I talked with Scotty Bowman just moments ago. Scotty's worried about this hockey game. He just doesn't know what to expect. Don't forget that Sweden presents 11 players who get regular action in the National Hockey League. Some of them are stars in the National Hockey League. The standings as we go into this game. Canada is undefeated. They have a record of 2-0-1, the 4-4 tie against Czechoslovakia, the only flaw. The Soviet Union with an identical record. Czechoslovakia did them in as well, a 1-1 tie to open the tournament. That is Czechoslovakia a point back and a tie for the fourth and last playoff spot with Sweden and the United States each with 2 points. Of course, that playoff spot, very, very important. You get into the semifinals. That is the key through the early part of the tournament. Well, Tom, and also Bernie upstairs will be bringing us the pregame ceremonies and the play-by-play. That's coming up. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Många av våra bästa ishockeyspelare här i Kanada, de får bra betalt. När jag fick ett erbjudande att komma hit sa jag att jag skulle stanna endast en kort tid och att jag skulle spela för Peanuts. Planters Peanuts. För de är så goda, smakar suveränt och framförallt, de är så färska. Visst är det trevligt här i Kanada, men nu när vi har våra Planters tycker jag vi ska fundera på att dra oss hemåt innan de långa svenska vinternätterna sätter in.
It's a toe-tapping, thigh-slapping good time. As fiddle champion Elle Cherney, Brenda Lee and Gordy Tapp join the multi-talented Statler brothers in the CTV special Super Country Superstars tonight.
On Sunday, September 13th, communities across Canada will honor the memory of Terry Fox. I'm Lloyd Robertson, inviting you to participate in events planned in your community.
Jump in, take us way up high, lie back, see the world go by, a kaleidoscope of color. It's a dance across the sky.
Well, Team Canada is on the ice along with Sweden, and we've got a good crowd at the Montreal Forum to watch this game. It should be a classic between these two clubs. Great skating involved, of course, with the Swedes. A lot of scoring power with Team Canada. Let's go upstairs now, and with the play-by-play and the pregame ceremonies, here's Bernie Pascal.
Thank you, Ron, and hello, everyone, and welcome to our CTV coverage of Canada Cup 1981. The fourth game of the championship for the two teams. In the three previous games, Team Canada has scored a total of 21 goals. Sweden, on the other hand, has produced just 9 goals in their first 3 games. Sweden with 7 players in their lineup from the team that appeared at the World Hockey Championships last April, and they're bolstered by several National Hockey League players, and they should be ready for this game tonight. I'm sure of that, Tom.
Well, certainly I think that Sweden has to be up a little bit after their win over Finland, because that's always a traditional matchup. I think they've been disappointed in their play so far in the tournament, with the exception of the game with Finland. I think that people expect a little more from Sweden, especially early in the tournament. They seem to be coming around now, trying to get ready for this important match today.
Anders Hedberg, the New York Rangers' leading scorer last year with 30 goals and 40 assists, a key member of Team Sweden, coached by Anders Farmström. Sweden will defend the end to our left, wearing their Tre Kronor sweaters. Of course, that stands for 3 crowns. Team Canada lining up at their blue line. The backup goalies tonight will be Pelle Lindberg, the backup to Lindmark, and Don Edwards will back up Mike Liut. One of 3 games today in Canada Cup 1981. Czechoslovakia will play Team USA later tonight here at the Montreal Forum, while at the Winnipeg Arena tonight, the Soviet Union will play Finland. A big game at the Winnipeg Arena this evening. The game here is Canada's home game. Although they're in the red sweaters, they've been basically wearing their white jerseys throughout the Canada Cup.
Well, we notice too, we see it looks like that the Swedish team doesn't want to line up on the blue line while they're being introduced. The coach has got them continually skating. I think he figures that when they come out of the room, he doesn't want them standing, getting cold. Team Canada is standing at the line ready for the introductions, but during the introductions here, Team Sweden is not going to stand on the line. Although they're being introduced, they just continue to skate here and try to keep warm before the drop of the puck.
Sweden opened their training camp back on August 3rd, and they trained on a European-sized rink. The coach was telling me this morning they had the boards altered 2 meters on both sides to create an NHL-sized playing area. So they've been busy preparing for Canada Cup 81. They have just 1 victory. That's in their last game, a 5-0 win over Finland. And now the spectators standing for the national anthems. anthems here at the Montreal Forum. Team Canada has 2 lineup changes. Ryan Engblom and Marcel Dion are not in the lineup tonight, replaced by Paul Reinhardt on defense and forward Ken Linsman of the Philadelphia Flyers. And now the ceremonial face-off, and Sammy Pollock will take part in the face-off at center ice. Larry Robinson, the captain of Team Canada. Anders Hedberg, the captain of Team Sweden. One of the all-time great general managers in the National Hockey League, Sam Pollock.
For Team Canada, please welcome Mr. Sam Pollock.
And there it is, the ceremonial face-off to get this game underway between Team Sweden and Team Canada. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Every day, more than 75,000 Canadians go to work for CN. These people are responsible for running our businesses profitably. Those profits enable CN to grow, expand, and diversify. That's good for our businesses, the country, and the Canadian people. In short, that's good business. CN, in business for Canada.
Surely you know me. I'm the one who said it could be done. I make the most of all that comes, the least of all that goes. I know the trick of growing up without my growing old. Thank you very much, milk.
Diane Cannon stars as Sally Stanford, the notorious San Francisco madam whose dark past eventually catches up with her. Lady of the House, a CTV movie special, September 10th.
Sunday, September 13th, Terry Fox Day, is rapidly approaching. I'm Helen Hutchinson reminding you that if you haven't already become involved, it's not too late.
Game, Mike Liut in goal for Team Canada. Being introduced now on defense, number 5, Denny Potvin, 8-year member of the New York Islanders. Larry Robinson, the other starting defenseman, the captain of Team Canada for this game.
Lady Gauche, the left wing, Bob Gainey.
And Bob Gainey, who scored that big goal the other night against Team Czechoslovakia. Bob Gainey out there on left wing for Team Canada.
Number 29, Ron Duguay.
And they're introducing Ron Duguay, native of Sudbury, Ontario, and a member of the New York Rangers.
In the centre, playing center, le numéro 28, number 28, Ken Linsman.
Ken Linsman will be the starting setter for Team Canada, making his first appearance in Canada Cup 81. Now awaiting the introduction for Team Sweden. In goal will be number 1, Peter Lindmark, who boasts the best goals against average so far in Canada Cup 81 in 3 games, 1.50.
À la défense, en défense, le numéro 21, number 21, Fourier Salming.
On defense from the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 21, Fourier Salming.
Le numéro 4, number 4, Peter Hylander.
And one of the youngsters with Sweden teaming up on defense to start is Peter Hallander, number 4.
L'ailier gauche, the left wing. Le numéro 15, number 15, Anders Hedberg.
On left wing, the captain of Team Sweden from the New York Rangers, Anders Hedberg.
L'ailier droit, the right wing. Le numéro 12, number 12, Lars Molin.
Lars Molin, number 12. drafted by the Vancouver Canucks. And the third member of the forward line will be number 11, Ulf Nilsson. 31 years of age, Ulf Nilsson, number 11. As we get set now, the players getting into position. The referee for the game is Bruce Hood, a native of Wentworth, Ontario, 15-year National Hockey League veteran. In fact, the entire officiating crew tonight, all NHL staff, the linesman Bob Luther and Ron Finn. Nilsson against Linsman. The game is underway. The puck is cleared back. Helander knocked in by Duguay, and we have an offside right off after 4 seconds of play. Mike Liu, goals against 2.33, in goal for Team Canada. Now the puck is cleared to Borje Salming, off the boards, up to center, carried on by Ulf Nilsson, coming in with Lars Molin. Robinson knocked it away from him. Salming then brings it in, and we have another offside.
Both teams a little cautious at the beginning, forcing the offsides at the line, a little anxious, trying to make the play. Borje Salming just taking that puck in before he had a chance to take it back out and set up things and get things going again for Team Sweden.
Larry Robinson in his own zone to Dennis Potvin, ahead to Linsman. He's taken out of the play by Helander. Molin tried to trap the puck. Potvin bumps with Anders Hedberg. Now Robinson clears it to center. Here's a race. Ron Duguay going in for Canada. Here's Duguay right in, and that's stopped by goaltender Peter Lindmark. There's a delayed penalty coming up. Salming has lost a stick, and a hooking penalty against Helander, number 4 of Team Sweden. So we'll get an opportunity to have a look at Team Canada's power play as Helander heads to the penalty box. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I'd like to set the record straight on molded skates. A micro-molded skate such as this MX gives better fit, protection and support than you'll ever get from a stitched skate. What's more, microns are light, flexible and comfortable. So you coaches out there saying kids can't develop skills on molded skates should maybe think again. I'm so sure micron's the best, even for children just starting out, that my name goes on this skate, and the skate goes on Stanley, my son. Call me if you'd like to know more after the series is over.
Team Canada's power play. Middleton's on the left side. Bossy, Trottier, Potvin, and Guy Lafleur.
La punition de la Suède au numéro 4, Peter Tillander.
Face off in the Team Sweden zone to the left of goaltender Peter Lindmark. Trottier getting set for the face-off against Sundstrom, and back to Lafleur, a shot, and that's trapped inside the line there by Kent-Eric Anderson and cleared down the ice. This is Lafleur in behind his own net. Team Canada's Dennis Potvin to Guy Lafleur, ahead to Middleton. Middleton shoots the puck in. Trottier in quickly after it. Drops it there for Bossy. Back to Potvin. Potvin getting set. Passes to Lafleur. Swings around. Guy Lafleur, a shot. Hit a skate and goes wide. Middleton trying to get it in front to Bossy. And it's cleared down the ice. 1:21 left in the Team Sweden penalty to Helander. This is Canada's 15th power play. They have 2 power play goals in Canada Cup 81. Middleton to Trottier, a shot, hit the side of the net. Trottier in behind, dropped it back to Lafleur, over to Potvin. Here's Denny Potvin, into the corner to Middleton in front, and Bossy just failed to get that. Lafleur to Trottier in behind the net. Trottier for Team Canada in front, and Bossy was tied up, he couldn't get a shot. There's a race for it, going after Keller, almost caught up. But Potvin back quickly for Team Canada. He's forced into the corner. 39 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Lafleur. Over to Gretzky. Gretzky, a shot. Lafleur gets the rebound and clears it. No one there. Potvin lets it go. Deflected. Loose puck in front. And it's cleared by Lars Lindgren, but not out. Potvin. Gilbert Perreault. Gretzky. Now here's Potvin. A shot. Hit a skate in front. Lindgren blocked that. Now it comes back to the line. Potvin getting set for Team Canada. Gets it over to Ray Bourque. To Potvin, a shot. Whistles over the top. Another drive. Hit the side of the net. Lindgren goes after it. Bumps with Bossy. There's a loose puck. And it's trapped there by Anders Keller. And Team Sweden is back at full strength. Sweden successfully killing off the penalty. No score here in the first period. Gilbert Perreault has trouble. Kent Nielsen has the puck for Sweden. Nielsen drops it back to Stefan Persson. Oh, and he almost gave it away. Would have been a costly turnover. Here comes Nielsen. Back in for Sweden. Taken out of the play by Barry Beck. Then Hawkinson is knocked heavily against the boards by Raymond Fort. They scramble for it, and we get a face-off in the Team Canada zone.
Team Canada really controlled that puck during the full 2 minutes, had some great opportunities, good shooting at the point, keeping it low. Denny Potvin, some excellent shots deep in the zone, but it always seemed that Sweden, their defenders would get a skate in front of it. In fact, at one time there, Lars Lindgren, he was did the one-step there when he took the shot off his skate in front of the net.
Face-off in the Team Canada zone. Number 14 is Kent Nielsen, the National Hockey League's third leading scorer last year, 131 points with the Calgary Flames. Now Sweden trying to get an extra change there, but referee Bruce Hood sends the players off. So Nielsen, Hawkinson, and Eriksson, the forward line for Team Sweden. Eriksson, number 16. The other one is on defense. There's a shot. That goes whistling into the corner. Danny Gare shoots the puck down the ice. It goes right to the Swedish zone. And back for it goes Thomas Eriksson, number 16. It's icing against Team Canada.
It's interesting here that to note that Scotty Bowman has changed his lines a little bit. Clark Gillies is now playing with Goring and Gare. He's broken up the big line for the Islanders. He had Middleton out on the shift, whether or not that was just for the power play or not, but he had Middleton playing with Trottier and Bossy. Gillies now going back with another one of his teammates, Butch Goring.
Number 19, Patrick Sundstrom, will take this face-off now for Team Sweden. Puck rolled into the corner after it there. Number 24 for Team Canada is defenseman Paul Reinhart, playing his first game of Canada Cup 81. Scramble, it's inside the blue line, and they hold it again. And another face-off in the Team Canada zone. There's Butch Goring. And we'll be back. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
You know what? I've got a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal. I had a regular savings account, but I usually make my deposits somewhere in the middle of the month. So I couldn't earn interest in that money until the start of the next month. And then it was paid only twice a year. So I'm switching to a Bank of Montreal daily interest savings account. Earns me interest the day I make a deposit and every day after, and pays it to me every month. That's 12 times a year. You do have a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal's daily interest savings account.
And we're back at the Montreal Forum. No score between Team Canada and Sweden. Gretzky against Sundstrom. The puck is taken by Larry Robinson. Got to the blue line, but not out. Anderson's knocked against the boards. Here's Gilbert Perreault. Potvin to Larry Robinson. Inside his own line. Coming out. Both teams at full strength. Perreault takes the pass. Perreault clearing it back to the line. Potvin. Denny Potvin to Lafleur. A shot hit the post. They score on the rebound. Potvin scores on the rebound as Lafleur's shot hit the post, and Canada leads 1-0.
Potvin getting the goal, but he made the original play, putting the puck back deep inside the zone, puts it back to the point. Lafleur hitting the post, following through. Denny Potvin off the side of the net, gets Lafleur's rebound, which came off the post, but he set the play up originally, throwing the puck back to Lafleur in the slot area. Quick shot hits the post, following through. He puts it behind Peter Lindmark.
3:57, the time of the game's first goal. Denny Potvin from Guy Lafleur. Here's Hartsburg, number 4 for Canada, trying to get that lead pass to Linsman. Duguay was upset. Hellender gets in, and it's icing against Team Canada.
Team Canada goal scored by number 5, Denny Potvin, assisted by number 10, Guy Lafleur, and number 11, Gilbert Perreault.
Denny Potvin, 8-year member of the New York Islanders. He's won the Norris a total of 3 times and named to the first All-Star team 5 times. And that's Potvin's first goal of Canada Cup 81.
You notice here early in the game, Denny Potvin just went off the ice. Now face-off deep in Team Canada's zone. Scotty Bowman changes the defense again, make sure that Robinson and Potvin, good puck handlers, are back out there to take the draw in their own end.
Nielsen's out there with Hedberg and Moline for Team Sweden. Sweden has not had a shot on goal in this period. Canada has 6. Here comes Lindsman, back to Duguay, a shot, loose puck in front, and the initial drive stopped by Peter Lindmark. Moline clears the puck to Hedberg, he has trouble with it. Robinson in his own zone for Canada, along the boards to Gainey, into the middle, here comes Duguay. Duguay trying to get it back to Lindsman, Helander intercepted that. Gainey had it momentarily, then the puck is cleared to center. Potvin to Robinson. Larry Robinson, number 19, trying to get that pass to Middleton. Ulf Nielsen brings it back for Sweden. Coming in with Anders Hedberg. Nielsen, watched by Robinson, drops it back to Solming. Here's Corey Solming, shoots the puck, and it goes wide of Team Canada goalie Mike Liut. Middleton trying to trap the puck along the board. Solming shoots it in. Robinson. Pass up the middle, then they tried to get it to Middleton. Trottier had it deflect, and we have a whistle with 14:49 left to play here in the opening period. Potvin from Lafleur and Gilbert Perreault at 3:57. Ryan Trottier, a native of Val-Marie, Saskatchewan. Moving in for this face-off against Thomas Gradin, number 23 of Sweden. Gradin out there with Pettersson and Anders Keller. Number 9 is Mats Baltin on defense for Team Sweden. Puck comes to Jorgen Pettersson. Lost control. There's a drive by Bort. Loose puck. They score! Bossy picked up the loose puck in front, and Canada leads 2-0.
Peter Lindmark made the original stop and hit him dead in the pads, but he wasn't able to control the rebound on the shot from the point. Comes a little loose, and Bossy just always around that net. He's always close. Goaltender doesn't know where the puck is, just takes it and backhands it behind him. But on the original shot, a good shot by Hartsburg from the point, hits him dead on. Puck comes loose. Bossy just backhands it into the net when the goaltender can't find that rebound.
Oh, Canada moves in front, 2-0. Bork ahead to Brian Trottier. Trottier shoots the puck into the Team Sweden zone. Pettersson bumped there by Bossy.
Scored by number 22, Mike Bossy.
Here's the announcement on the goal.
By number 8, Raymond Bork at 5 minutes, 29 seconds.
Mike Bossy at 5:29 from Bork, and Canada with a 2-0 lead here early in the first period. Face-off moves into the Team Canada zone to the right of goaltender Mike Liut. He's played all 4 games for Team Canada. Into this game with a goals against average of 2.33. Goring getting set against Kent Nielsen, number 14. Now they're waved out. Gillies will come in for Team Canada, and Anders Håkansson for Sweden. This is Helander, number 4. Tried to get the pass to Håkansson. That just failed. Goring goes into the corner after it for Canada. Reinhardt is bumped off the puck. Goring picks it up, number 91. Back to Reinhardt, chased by Håkansson. Reinhardt straight up the middle to Danny Gare, who shoots it in. That goal by Bossy is 5th of Canada Cup, leads all players in goal scoring in the 4th game for Team Canada. Reinhardt slaps it off the boards. Helander, number 4. Helander brings it in for Sweden. Oh, and Beck smashed him to the ice. Goring passes it over. Here's Danny Gare, a shot, and that hit a skate, and Helander brings it back for Team Sweden. Helander, a lead pass up on the left side, goes Eriksson. His shot is stopped by Mike Liut. Stolen by Håkansson. Cleared it in front. There's a drive, and Sundstrom's shot just went wide. Eriksson and Beck had him tied up. He couldn't get a shot. Patrick Sundstrom moving in front, dropped it back. That drive taken by Thomas Eriksson is stopped by Mike Liut. And Canada fires it down the ice. Lars Lindgren back. It's icing against Team Canada. We played 7 minutes. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
At AES, we believe that simpler is better. Introducing Alpha Plus, the world's simplest word processor. Alpha Plus has a keyboard just like a typewriter. Incredibly simple. And building the printer into Alpha Plus gives it a unique compact design, so it fits in the space of an ordinary typewriter. Incredibly simple, simply incredible. Alpha Plus from AES.
Welcome back to the Montreal Forum. Patrick Sundstrom getting into position for this face-off against Wayne Gretzky. To the left of goaltender Mike Liut. Two teams at full strength. Sundstrom's waved out. Anderson, number 8, will take it against Gretzky. Well, they have trouble with Perreault, and Sundstrom dropping into the face-off position. Puck is finally dropped, and they tie it up in behind the Team Canada net.
Well, the last few minutes have been the best few minutes for Team Sweden. Up until that time, they didn't have a shot on goal. Canada was out shooting them 9-0, but they had 2 shots on goal and some pretty good opportunities in the last few moments.
There's a loose puck in front. Shot by Bent Lundholm was just wide. Now Guy Lafleur. Passed up the middle to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky to Gilbert Perreault, trying to split the defense. Couldn't catch up to the puck. Lindgren knocked against the boards by Perreault. Lafleur into the corner to Gretzky. And it hits a skate and comes outside the line. Potvin dropped it back for Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky to Guy Lafleur up on the right side, coming in with Perreault. Robinson takes the pass. Robinson shoots it in front. That's knocked down. Eriksson then deflects it just outside the blue line. Now it's cleared to an open wing. Potvin with Sundstrom after him. Sundstrom knocks him against the boards. Gretzky for Canada to Larry Robinson. Here's Robinson coming in, drops it back to Perreault, back into the corner. Robinson, a loose puck there, Lafleur after it, and he knocks Eric Anderson into the boards, and they freeze it for another faceoff. I'd like to remind you, Canadian Football League action on CTV. Edmonton in Hamilton, 1 hour after this Canada Cup game, and local blackouts, of course, apply. The CFL on CTV, Edmonton in Hamilton. 12:01 left to play here in the first period. Potvin and Bossy have been the goal scorers for Team Canada. Linsman, Duguay, and Bob Gainey, the forward line for Team Canada. Hartsburg and Ray Bourque on defense. A lot of problems with these face-offs. Now, Linsman moves out. Duguay against number 12, Lars Molin. Comes back to Hartsburg. Deflects off the skate, goes into the corner. Here's Boria Salming. Salming to Moline. He's spun around, still has possession of the puck, and it's cleared out to center where Raymond Bourque has it. Bourque shoots it right back in. Peter Lindmark, the Swedish goalie, tried to trap it along the boards. That failed, and Sweden gets possession. Number 12 is Moline trying to get it to Hedberg. He bumped with Craig Hartsburg. Now Bourque off the boards. That shot by Moline is knocked down. Bob Gainey can't get it out. Hedberg takes it into the corner. Here's Ulf Nilsson to Boria Salming. Salming can't get a shot as Bourque knocked him to the ice. Gainey got it out to center. Salming has it there for Sweden. Salming to Lars Moline. Here's Moline trying to get by Bourque. Forced back to the line. Hedberg into the corner. Hedberg to Ulf Nilsson. In front to Moline, but Gainey slapped it away before he could get a shot. Moline to Salming, a drive. Liut juggles it, the pulls on. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Cutting out, I'm moving out of here. I know I pulled my weight, man. Now I'm really glad I'm here. Me and the boys in our 50s.
Smooth, easy drinking 50. What a beer to share.
Me and the boys in our beer.
Team Canada has a total of 9 shots so far in this period. Duguay, Bossy, and Potvin have 2 each. And Canada leads 2-0. Gradin gets the puck back. That shot by Pettersson is deflected. Reinhardt off the boards. It's trapped inside the line. Pettersson for Team Sweden trying to get it over. It's taken there by Hawkinson, cleared in behind the boards. Ryan Trottier bumped by Gradin. Now Reinhardt tried to get the puck loose. Eriksson had the puck momentarily, then it's cleared out. Middleton trying to catch up to that loose puck, and Anders Keller is back to get it for Team Sweden. He passed right to Middleton, though. Now play a little sloppy as Sweden comes out of their own zone. Here's Keller. He's coming in with Pedersen and Gradin in front. Pedersen a shot, and that goes wide. Barry Beck clears it off the boards. Mats Valtin a drive, and that's deflected wide of the Team Canada net. Pedersen and Gradin knocked against the boards by big Barry Beck, number 3 of Team Canada, 6'3", 215 pounds.
Scotty showing a little displeasure there, coming down to talk to his assistant Al McNeil, who talks up above to Red Berenson on the other end of the headset, giving him the word about his view from what he sees from up above. A little sloppy in their own zone, throwing that puck a little blind to the point. The Swedish team getting a pretty good opportunity on their shot from outside.
Both teams at full strength. We've reached the midway point here in the first period. We've played exactly 10 minutes, and Canada leads by a score of 2-0. Here's Butch Goring, number 91, for Canada to Clark Gillies. Gillies over the line, a shot, juggled, and Goring almost picking up the loose puck as Lindmark had trouble with it. Off the boards, a race for it. Robinson back into his own zone for Canada. Over to Potvin. Denny Potvin clears the puck ahead. Gare to Gillies trying to get it back. It's intercepted. Hawkinson got it over the line. Nielsen couldn't catch up to it. Robinson clears the puck out to center. Hallander, number 4. He's stopped momentarily by Goring. The puck is cleared in, and Dennis Potvin has it. Over to Clark Gillies on the left side. Gillies passes it right in front. Here's a chance for Hawkinson, but he passed instead of shooting. Now Goring back for Canada. Off the glass into the Team Sweden zone. Solman, number 21. A pass to Anderson. That failed to click. And Craig Hartsburg has it for Canada. He shoots it in. Didn't hit Lafleur with that pass. Hallander has it. Here's Wayne Gretzky trying to get it in front. And it's cleared by Borje Salming down the ice. And back for it for Canada, Bork and Hartsburg. And Bork touches it. It's icing against Sweden. Raymond Bork on defense for Team Canada. The Boston Bruins' first draft pick back in 1979. Played junior with the Verdun Blackhawks, and of course won the Calder Trophy.
Well, you know, Sam Pollock was saying the other day, if there's another Canada Cup, say in 85, all the young defensemen that we have now, the Borks, the Reinhardts, the Hartsburgs, and so on, we're complaining about our defense now, but they'll be seasoned veterans at that point.
Now the puck cleared out to center. Lafleur drops it back to Hartsburg. Hartsburg forced back into his own zone by Patrick Sundstrom. Lindgren trapped the puck at center, tried to get the pass to Anderson. Bork intercepted that. Now Bent Lundholm will try. He's stopped by Gilbert Perreault. In with Gretzky. Here's Perreault moving in front. A shot. Lindmark makes the save, and it just sailed wide as Gretzky tried to get in there and pick up the loose puck. Now Sweden comes back again. Lundholm shoots it in. Sundstrom and Hartsburg race in behind the net after it. Lafleur for Team Canada. Up to Raymond Bork. Shoots it in. Perreault trying to get through the defense. Lindgren clears it off the boards and down the ice. And we'll have another icing against Team Sweden as Reinhardt goes back after it. As Sweden, under a great deal of pressure, just iced the puck. 2-0 for Team Canada. And Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
You've heard the saying, you are what you eat? Today, many of us believe that, so we choose our food carefully. When it comes to margarine, we choose Fleischmann's, because Fleischmann's new margarine, Fleischmann's sweet unsalted, and Fleischmann's famous corn oil are made for people who care about what they eat. And no matter which one's for you, you can count on that famous Fleischmann's taste. Fleischmann's corn oil, sweet unsalted, or new Fleischmann's containing mostly sunflower oil, because after all, you are what you eat.
Ken Linsman at center now for Canada. Duguay and Bob Gainey. Number 11 for Sweden is Ulf Nilsson. Nilsson got the puck over to Lars Molin out there with Anders Hedberg, the forward line for Team Sweden. Gainey runs into Borje Salming, and the puck was advanced with a glove, and that's the whistle from linesman Ron Finn. Back in 1976, Canada defeated Team Sweden 4-0. Bob Gainey had a pair of goals in that game. And Börje Salming and Team Sweden looking for their first goal in 2 Canada Cups against Team Canada. Up by Börje Salming. The puck goes to Hellander. Cleared it to the line, but not out. Bob Gainey for Canada. There's Gainey. Lost control of the puck. Hellander bumps him against the boards. Duguay gets it to Ken Linzman. Linzman setting up for Canada. Watched there by number 12, Lars Molin. And Molin takes him out of the play, and Salming has the puck for Sweden. Salming leaves it there for number 11, Ulf Nilsson. Duguay stopped him. Now Molin will bring it out for Sweden ahead to Anders Hedberg. Hedberg coming in with Nilsson. Robinson back quickly to check him. Good defensive work by Larry Robinson. Now Linzman, a pass to Bob Gainey. Gainey coming out for Canada. In with Duguay, and he's stopped by Molin. Now Ulf Nilsson, number 11, up with Hedberg. On the right side, cleared it right to the Team Canada player, Bossy, and he shoots it down the ice. Valtin in his own zone, drops it into the corner, gets it back from Stefan Persson. Now Hedberg. Redin failed to get that pass. Reinhardt moves up for Canada. Trottier in the corner. Ryan Trottier knocked down by Stefan Persson. Now Pettersson will try to bring it out. Off the boards it goes. Beck keeps it in for Canada. Sweden can't get it outside the line. Thomas Gradin. Now it goes to Mats Valtin. Middleton stopped that. Trottier's shot. Loose puck. And he holds on with referee Bruce Hood right behind the net, and that was a dangerous goal.
Well, again, we see the importance of very good forechecking. Lindmark under all kinds of pressure. Team Canada, a lot of aggressive forechecking. We ended up with a shot in there. Bossy again right off the edge of the crease as he scored the second goal. Almost had the third goal and the second of the night for Team Canada, but the aggressive forechecking of Team Canada paying off, forcing Team Sweden into all kinds of mistakes within their own zone. They seem to be quite confused.
Trottier, number 20 at center, flanked by Middleton and Mike Bossy. Reinhardt and Barry Beck on defense. Salming and Hellander, the defensive duo for Team Sweden. Hawkinson comes out there with Kent Nilsson and Eriksson. Now it's back to Beck, his shot, that's knocked down the ice. And Reinhardt goes back into his own zone for Team Canada. Cleared it out, Salming has it for Sweden. Salming coming in, Keller moving towards the front of the net, got the puck but couldn't get a shot. Now it's cleared around the board. Middleton for Team Canada. Coming in with Mike Bossy. Here's Middleton to Bossy, and it just rolled over his stick. He couldn't get a shot. Reinhardt has it outside the line. Beck had it go over his stick. And Kent Nilsson tried to knock the puck away from Beck. Middleton has it. Danny Gare, number 18, a weak backhander, goes into the Team Swedish zone. Hellander. Gare almost stole that puck in behind the Swedish net. Now it's cleared up over the glass and out of play. 5:09 left to play in the opening period. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for two at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you could find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
On goals by Potvin and Bossy, Canada leading Sweden 2-0. Face off in the Swedish zone to the right of goaltender Peter Lindmark. Goring, Gare, and Gillies, the forward line for Canada. Puck is dropped back in front of the Team Sweden net. Eriksson cleared it out to center. Raymond Bourque lost it to Bent Lundholm. Lundholm, a pass to Kent-Erik Anderson. He just kicked at it. And Goring brings it back for Canada. Shoots it into the corner. Gare bumps with Lars Lindgren. Puck is cleared to Butch Goring. Goring trying to get the pass to Gillies. Gillies ran into the Swedish player Sundström. Anderson. Lindgren now, number 3 for Sweden. Got the puck away from Gillies. It's cleared out to Patrick Sundström, who sends it to an open wing. No one there. Raymond Bourque. Hartsburg And his backhander finds no one in that area, and it goes right back into the Sweden zone. Gillies. Now it's back to Hartsburg, number 4. There's a drive by Bork, and that goes wide, and it's caught in the mesh behind the net. 4:15 remaining in the first period. And Team Sweden having their problems, Tom. They really can't get anything going. Just 3 shots so far in the game for Sweden. And let's check on our upcoming intermission, and here's Ron Roosh.
All right, Bernie, and we'll be talking to left winger Gilbert Perreault. Also, a look at the look of Team Canada through the years, and Eddie Westfall will be by with the highlights of that first period. All of that coming up on our first intermission. Bernie?
Linsman now for the face-off for Team Canada against Ulf Nielsen. Robinson slapped the puck in. It's called on an offside at the Sweden blue line.
Well, Team Sweden, again, forechecking and skating is the name of the hockey game. In the great hockey game we saw between Canada and Czechoslovakia, Czechoslovakia was carrying the forechecking early in the contest, and now coming back today, Team Canada looks like they've taken a page from their book, forechecking very aggressively, forcing Team Sweden all kinds of mistakes in their own zone. And as you've said, 11-3 in shots so far. A lot of pressure on Team Sweden in the first period.
Now they're having trouble getting Linsman into proper position. Now the puck is dropped, comes back to Poria Salming, number 21 to Hallander. Hallander tried to hit Ulf Nielsen with that pass. Hedberg carries on. Hedberg's shot, that goes wide. Nielsen in behind the net. He slipped and fell. Potvin runs into him. Linsman has the puck. Linsman can't get it out of his own zone. Gainey will try, cleared it to Linsman. Linsman off the boards into the Team Sweden zone. Salming spun around. Here's Bob Gainey. He couldn't control it. Linsman off the board. Gainey shoots it in. Hedberg after it with Duguay. Hedberg bumped by Ron Duguay. Hallander trying to get the puck loose. Linsman pins him against the boards, and we have another face-off. And both teams take the opportunity to have a wholesale change. Valtin, number 9, comes out, along with Stefan Persson on defense for Sweden. Duguay heads to the bench, number 29. Gilbert Perreault and Gretzky with Guy Lafleur. Back in Reinhardt. 3:31 remaining in the opening period. Anders Keller, Pettersson, and Thomas Gradin. Here's Mats Valtin off the boards. Anders Keller tried to get it out. Valtin right to Barry Beck. Loose puck. Gretzky has it for Canada. He couldn't get a shot, and the puck cleared out to center and rolls into the Team Canada zone. Keller knocked off stride by Reinhardt. There will be a penalty, interference, I believe, as Reinhardt stepped into Anders Keller as he was going into the Team Canada zone.
Keller seemed to sucker Paul Reinhardt into that one. Paul Reinhardt doing a good job trying to prevent the forechecker from getting at his defensive partner. Barry Beck skating in front of him, and Keller was impeded with a little bit, fell down. Interference call on Paul Reinhardt.
Well, statistician Ron Andrews points out only 2 penalties in this game. In the Canada Cup, there have been only minor penalties called, a total of 109 so far in 9 1/3 games. Interference penalty to Team Canada, Reinhardt. So Sweden with a power play. Kent Nielsen. Thomas Gradin stays out there as they do a little lineup juggling. Number 17 is Anders Håkansson. Salming and Stefan Persson on defense. Gradin, number 23, against Brian Trottier. The puck comes back. Salming's shot, that was blocked by Goring. Now Kent Nielsen setting up. Nielsen, a member of the Calgary Flames. There's his shot right on. Liut made the save. Persson watched by Goring. Salming's drive, and that's wide. And the loose puck taken by Goring, and he backhands it down the ice. Canada leading 2-0. Sweden on the power play. Salming in his own zone. Straight up the middle. Steps aside, Goring shoots the puck in. After it goes Håkansson. Håkansson bumped by Potvin. Now Barry Beck. He shoots it down the ice. 1:15 left in the penalty to Paul Reinhardt. Stefan Persson in behind his own net. Number 7 for Sweden. Now he leads a power play. Over to Salming. Salming bumped by Potvin and Gainey, and he hits the ice heavily. Persson tried to get the puck. Goring cleared it, but not out. Hawkinson keeps it in for Team Sweden. 55 seconds left in the power play. Here's Goring, and he clears it out to center. Salming up to Stefan Persson. And offside was number 12, Lars Molin, with 46 seconds remaining in the Team Canada penalty.
One thing surprising and yet a little disappointing for Team Sweden, they haven't scored, and they've got a lot of offensive talent. When you've got point men like Persson and Salming, and you've got offensive players like Ulf Nilsson and Kent Nilsson and Anders Hedberg on their power play, they have not scored one power play goal in the tournament to date, and that's has to hurt their hockey team, and is a little disappointing, I'm sure, for Team Sweden.
Well, Team Canada's power play or penalty killing has been very impressive. The 16th time that Canada has been shorthanded, and they've given up 2 power play goals. Nielsen. Now Rick Middleton. Stefan Persson knocked the puck loose, gives it to Lars Lindgren. Lindgren shoots the puck in. After it quickly is Hartsburg off the boards. Couldn't get it outside the line. Persson kept it in. Now Middleton to Bob Gainey. They scramble for possession. It rolls into the corner. Robinson for Canada, and he finds a spot and lifts it down the ice. A dozen seconds remaining in the penalty to Reinhardt. Lindgren in his own zone, watched by Rick Middleton. Now he swings out on the left. A pass up to Boreas Salming. Perreault forced him back. Now he brings it out. Cleared it up to the line. Moline couldn't trap it there. It rolls right to Mike Liut. Canada back at full strength. Lindgren checked by Rick Middleton. The puck knocked loose. Moline slaps it in. A weak shot. Liut handles that without any trouble. And the final minute of period number 1. Here's a chance for Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky coming right in front, lost the puck. Lafleur bumps with Peter Hallander. Tried to get it, Perreault, and Salming clears it out to center. 45 seconds left in the opening period. Hartsburg shoots it in for Canada. Salming, number 21, who's seen a lot of action out there for Team Sweden, shoots the puck down the ice. Robinson in his own zone for Canada to Gilbert Perreault. Up to Guy Lafleur. He has trouble, and back to his own blue line. Sidesteps number 19, Sundstrom. Now Perreault cleared it out to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky circling at center, coming in with Lafleur, who takes the pass. Lafleur's shot, and Lindmark kicks that out. 10 seconds left. Here's Gretzky right in front to Perreault, and he couldn't get a shot as Baltin intercepted it. Now Sundstrom brings it back for Sweden. Up over the line goes Lundholm. He was checked, and the siren goes to end the first period of play here at the Montreal Forum. A scrambly period as far as Sweden's concerned, but Canada leads by a score of 2-0. We'll be back with the first intermission in just a moment.
This is the tough San Andreas Fault area. The truck, the new 1981 Toyota 4x4. And although the fault's tough, the truck proved tougher. Tougher because it has the biggest engine you can buy in a small 4-wheel drive. So if you get stuck with something less, it's no one's fault but your own.
Oh, 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 what a feeling!
Tough truck!
Toyota! Now that's service!
Filters and oil, alignment and brakes.
Now that's service!
Shocks, batteries, and tune-ups. At Firestone, when you come in for service, that's exactly what you get.
Now that's service!
Qualified mechanics and name brand parts.
Now that's service!
And when we say your car will be ready, it'll be ready and right at Firestone.
Now that's service!
On this Canadian destroyer, about 250 men work as a team with some of the most advanced electronic equipment in the world, helping to keep Canada strong. If you've got what it takes, there may be a future for you in Maritime Command, full-time or part-time.
There's no life like it. There's no life like it. No, there's no life like it.
Ask us about you. You'll find us under Recruiting in the Yellow Pages.
Team Canada leads by a score of 2-0. They outshot Sweden 12-4 through that first period. The goals by Denny Potvin and also Mike Bossy, who scored his 5th goal of the tournament. And just the 2 penalties handed out, 1 to each team in the period. Coming up in this intermission, we're going to look at Canadian fashions through the year and international hockey. Eddie Westfall will be here with the highlights. This isn't Eddie, this is Gilbert Perreault, who is having just a great tournament. Gilbert, first of all, I guess we should start right at the beginning of the training camp. I'm sure you thought coming in here that you would be a centerman in this tournament.
Well, you know, if you take a look at who was going to be in the middle there, you know, there was a lot of great hockey players, and it was going to be tough, you know, for me to make the team. But I was surprised, you know, he put me on the left wing there, and so since he put me there, well, everything goes very good.
When is the last time you played left wing prior to this tournament?
Well, I guess I played just a few shifts in Buffalo and a few shifts on the right side too, but I get used to it a little bit now.
Do you like it? Do you like playing on the left side?
Yes, you know, it's a new position for me, but to play with Wayne and Guy is just it's a great honor for me to play with them, and
it is, yes.
I'm very satisfied to play with them. Really, you know.
You're leading the tournament in scoring right now, by the way, with that assist you got. That's your 8th, or 9th rather. Tell me, you've got really 3 guys who like to carry the puck, like to freelance out there. How do you discipline yourself? How do you kind of organize yourself on the ice?
Well, we try most of the time to give the puck to Wayne. You know, he's the middle man there, and you have to carry the puck, and everybody knows what he can do with the puck. You know, so we just have to pick the right time to go in front of the net. And one guy high in the slot, and he usually is always there to take a good shot at the net.
You look, as a hockey player right now, a lot different than you did over the last 5 years. You played very well, but I think you spent a lot of time worrying about your defensive side of your game as well. Have you changed your style a little bit for this tournament, or is it just the fact that you're on the left wing?
Well, you know, for the last 5 years, you know, it was I learned to play both ways, you know, and I'm very glad today that I did that, because, you know, in those kind of games, you know, you have to play both ways, and I always try to get back to help my defenseman, and I'm very pleased with it.
Yeah, I think so. Everybody should be very pleased. You've been a very, very fine hockey player. Tell me about, you don't wear a helmet now. You've taken it off. Is that a permanent thing, or is it? Are you going to go back in the regular season?
Well, it's just permanent. I'm going to go back at it, and, you know, the head, you know, our head, we have to take care of it, but I couldn't get one in this tournament because I couldn't get one to fit me. I got probably too big a head.
So as soon as you get back, it's back to the old helmet. They couldn't paint the other one? They couldn't do anything with it?
Well, I tried to fix it up, but I couldn't just fix it.
Just didn't work.
Yeah.
Gilbert, you're having a great tournament, continued good success. What about the Swedish team right here? You seem to be skating pretty good against them.
Yeah, they look very different this afternoon. They are playing the man, and they skate a lot, so we have to be very careful. You know, we never know, they might tie the game, but we have to keep forechecking them and we have to get one man back all the time.
The tournament, the way it's gone so far, you had the grinder against Czechoslovakia. Do you have any hangover from that? Is there any?
No, I don't think so. I think it was a great game against them, and we learned a lot from them, and we know what we're up to now, and it's going to be very tough from now to the end of this tournament, but we are ready for it.
Keep it up. Going well for you.
Thank you.
Gilbert Perreault joining us here on the intermission. Coming up, we'll be taking a look at some of the fashions of Team Canada over the years. All of that coming up as Team Canada and Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
Mike Bossy, Wayne Gretzky. These 2 champions chose Titan hockey sticks for their unique patented construction, for their feel. Titan for their lightweight, for their durability. Titan for their strength. Titan, no other stick scores like it.
I got that Super Lotto ticket right here.
Hey, the game really grows on you. Another Super Lotto ticket, sir?
You bet. It's the only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. With a scratch and win that can make you $10,000 richer instantly. And 3 tax-free $1 million grand prizes. How's that for super?
Wow. Hey, you'd make a great Super Lotto group.
I'll do that.
The only lottery that can make you a millionaire now.
Beginning Monday, September 14th through to Thursday, the 17th, CTV presents an epic saga, Timeless Land. An historical tale of the first settlers to Australia, their adaptation to a new land far different from their birthplace, England. Men, women, and children who braved the elements to build a new country. Timeless Land, a very special presentation, September 14th to the 17th, here on CTV.
We're into the fourth round of games in Canada Cup 81. There you see the rest of this round. Canada on the ice first this particular day. The Soviet Union against Finland, 8 o'clock local time tonight in Winnipeg. And Czechoslovakia against the United States. That'll be here at the Forum at 8 p.m. Canada has had a long and varied international hockey history. We've been sending teams to Europe almost every year since the 1920s. And Canada has set the hockey style through the years. We're going to take a trip now to the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto and take a look at the uniforms, the look of Canada through the 1900s. For nearly half a century, Canada has been involved in international hockey. Just as we were not always called Team Canada, we've also had over the years many different looks. Of course, 1972, Team Canada in that historic confrontation with the Soviet Union. The first Team Canada. Back in the 20s, Canada looked like this when we traveled overseas. The 1955 Penticton Vees, who can forget them? But look at some of the other looks we have had. As many different teams, senior teams in Canada have represented the country. The RCAF Flyers in 1948, that was George Maris' sweater. The Edmonton Mercuries, another Canadian Allen Cup champion. They represented Canada in 1950. Stan Abodiak is now with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Public Relations Department. 1951, he was with Lethbridge. In 1952, we went to the Olympic Games. The Edmonton Mercuries represented Canada. Ivan McClelland was a star with the 1955 Penticton Vees. They beat the Soviet Union 5-0 in the final game to win the World Championship. The Whitby Dunlops, who can forget that organization? Harry Sinden's now with the Boston Bruins as general manager. Bobby Addersley, part of that Whitby Dunlop team in 1958. 1959, the Belleville McFarlands represented and won the World Championship for Canada. The Trail Smoke Eaters, the last team from Canada to win the World Championship. Bobby Crom went on to coach in the NHL. Stars and starry teams all representing Canada in international play down through the years. Canada leading this hockey game 2-0 over Sweden. Eddie Westfall is coming up with highlights when we return in just a moment.
We're the neighborhood professionals. We're proud to be the one. You know we're working hard for you the moment we've begun. We'll work each day to find a way until the job is done. North America's #1 top seller, Century 21.
Your home is the most important investment of your life. Trusted to #1.
Century 21.
When the going gets rough and the pressure is steady,
severe weather warning.
The only battery for me is my Ever-Ready.
Ever-Ready batteries. They've got power to spare. That's why so many people rely on Ever-Ready. You can depend on them.
On a dark, rainy night, the lights got to be right, so we just keep going steady. Me and my Ever-Ready.
They've got power to spare.
I'm Dave Thomas, and I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Never use frozen hamburgers. Use fresh ground beef. Then I figured, Why would anyone go anyplace else?
Once you've tasted Wendy's hamburgers made from fresh ground beef, and you know it tastes great, just kidding. Why go anyplace else?
Beats a heck out of me, Dave.
Wendy's big 99-cent burger deal. Wendy's delicious quarter-pound hamburger, just 99 cents. Ain't no reason to go anyplace else.
Mission studio, Eddie. I guess the big story of that period was probably written in the shots on goal as much as the score, which is 2-0 Canada, 12-4 Canada.
Possession of the puck, Ron, is always important in a hockey game, primary, and Team Canada had possession of the puck most of the period. Consequently, Team Sweden didn't get any shots. Canada had lots of chances. They played a sound period. Team Sweden looked a little bit intimidated in some of the highlights that I have. You can see just about exactly why that happened. Here, Larry Robinson. Look, 3 Team Sweden players all in a row there. Robinson lets the puck go. 21, Borja Salming misplays it right off the beginning, and that's Ron Duguay from the Rangers gets an opportunity. Gainey gets an opportunity, and number 4, Helander, gets a penalty, and that only helped Canada's causes. They did not score, but they came very close. Look at here on this shot. Barry Beck just knocks the daylights out of number 4 again. Helander, right away, it's Gillies with the puck, and away they go. This is a shot by Salming, one of the few shots, but look at the coverage in front of Team Canada's net. Mike Layout hanging on the puck. Nobody's going to get a rebound in there. Too much coverage. And if you think the superstars can't check, look at Gilbert Perreault as he breaks away, and away he goes. He's going to make a play here, and look who's coming in behind him but Gretzky. And look at Gretzky's got on him. He's got a lot of coverage on him. No one's going to let Gretzky alone in front of the net with the puck. Sweden learning quickly that they're going to have to cover quickly in front of their net.
Well, we had 2 goals in the period as well for Team Canada. I guess there could have been a couple more. It was one of those periods.
Good puck control by Team Canada most of the time. There was some sloppy times during the period, but you're right. Team Canada, 2 goals. And impressive goals, yes. The plays came quickly. Bossy, our Potvin, I should say, he started the play, and then there was Lafleur making the play on the net. Right there, good shot by Guy Lafleur. Good save. Potvin, look where he is. He's got a great sense for the puck. He moves in quickly and gets the rebound. That was the first goal, and we get another look here as Dennis Potvin passes the puck to Lafleur. That's off the goal post. I should correct myself. It was off the post, and Dennis Potvin puts it in. That was at 3:57 of the first period. And then at 5:29, Bossy gets the next goal, scrambles in front of the net. We talked about how Team Sweden was covering in front of the net. They just did not cover Mike Bossy. There's a shot by Ray Bourque of the Boston Bruins. Good shot by Bourque. It's low. Bossy, Stefan Pearson, one of his teammates, standing right beside him, let him get loose with the puck, and he doesn't miss. Open nets.
The thing that's concerned, I think, many people is the ragged play of the defense itself. Do you feel there's been an improvement there in this game?
They've tightened up measurably from the Czech game, but you have to remember they're not playing the Czechs tonight.
A little more pressure in that
I should say this afternoon.
Okay, Canada Cup 81 will continue in just a moment.
Listen to Techniques, the science of sound. A quality of technology so advanced, its infrared remote system controls 35 component functions. Hear the sonic excellence of a metal tape deck that sets recording levels by microcomputer. Listen to Techniques SL10 direct drive turntable with technology so innovative it even plays upside down. Listen to Techniques, the science of sound.
You know what? I got a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal. I had a regular savings account, but I usually make my deposits somewhere in the middle of the month, so I couldn't earn interest on that money until the start of the next month. And then it was paid only twice a year. So I'm switching to a Bank of Montreal daily interest savings account. Earns me interest the day I make a deposit and every day after, and pays it to me every month. That's 12 times a year. You do have a reason to switch to Bank of Montreal's daily interest savings account.
So it's 2-0. Canada leading after one period of play. We're waiting for the teams to come back on the ice. Denny Potvin scored the first goal of the game, followed by Mike Bossy. His 5th. He leads the whole tournament in goal scoring right now. And right now, to bring us the second period of action, here's Bernie Pascal with Tom Walker.
Okay, Ron, Team Canada and now Team Sweden making their appearance for the start of period number 2. Potvin from Lafleur and Gilbert Perreault at 3:57. And then Bossy from Raymond Bourque at 5:27. The scoring Statistics in that first 20 minutes of play. Canada leading Team Sweden by a score of 2-0. There's the other statistical information. And the one that's outstanding is the fact that Canada has outshot Sweden 12-4. And perhaps only one of those 4 shots was of a dangerous nature on Mike Liut. Wayne Gretzky, number 99. From Brantford, Ontario, a former outstanding junior with Sault Ste. Marie. 2 years in the National Hockey League, has 301 NHL points in 159 games. Mike Liut will be defending the end to our left. He's appeared in all 4 Canada Cup games for Team Canada. Butch Goring moving to the face-off position. There's Peter Lindmark. He's played 3 of the 4 games for Sweden. Lindbergh played the other game, and that was a loss to the Soviet Union. Referee is Bruce Hood, and the 2 linesmen, Ron Finn and Bob Luther. Entire NHL officiating staff for this game. Now Scotty Bowman uses a bit of a ploy there and takes the Goring line off.
Well, he has the last change today, and as he did at the beginning of the hockey game, he starts with Lindsman, Duguay, and Bob Gainey. Seems to be his checking line, and he has a lot of confidence in young Kenny Lindsman. He has some speed to the team. He didn't dress Marcel Dion, a great talent. He didn't dress him today, and he's used Lindsman. Although it's the first game he's played him, he's used him extensively in the hockey game.
Okay, the second period is underway. This is Robinson deep in his own zone for Team Canada. Ulf Nielsen standing in front of Mike Liut. The pass comes over, intercepted by Hedberg. Anders Hedberg in front to Nielsen, trying to get it to Lars Molin, and the puck just rolls wide. Hedberg has it again. Hedberg shot right on. Liut makes the save. Sweden comes out flying in the early going. Liut had to be sharp on that low drive.
Perhaps his toughest save tonight. It looked rather innocent because he stands his ground, but perhaps his toughest stop tonight.
Now here's Nielsen trying to trap the puck. Gainey racing up to center, bumped by Boreas Solming. Duguay moves in behind the net after it. It comes to Lars Molin. His pass hit Ken Lindsman. Then Lindsman dumped Molin. Callender trying to get the puck loose. Feisty Kenny Lindsman in there, forechecking for Team Canada. Now Hedberg in his own zone to Peter Hallander, number 4. Hallander cleared the pass off the stick of Molin. Robinson and Ulf Nielsen go in behind the net. Molin trying to get it in front. Liut trapped that and shot it back into the corner. Now they scrambled for possession there. Nielsen with Lindsman. And Nielsen hits the ice and the puck is underneath him. Teams use the opportunity to change. Thomas Gradin comes out, number 23 for Sweden, to take the face-off. Stefan Persson on defense with Mats Valtin, Pettersson, and Anders Keller, the other forward players for Team Sweden. Now Guy Lafleur, Gretzky, and Gilbert Perreault, Team Canada's big line in Canada Cup 81. Gradin and Pettersson trying to get a face-off, and they succeed in the Canadian zone. Raymond Bourque and Craig Hartsburg on defense. Bourque, former Calder Trophy winner. Puck knocked down by Craig Hartsburg. Here's Hartsburg, a pass to Gretzky up to center. Valtin bumps him, and Gradin has it for Sweden. Thomas Gradin over to Stefan Persson. He's knocked off stride. Lafleur sends the puck to Perreault. Gradin checks him. Lafleur stopped by Anders Keller and spun around. Now here comes Gilbert Perreault straight up the middle for Canada. Perreault over the line. Gretzky heading to the net. The puck comes over to Hartsburg. Got a weak shot into the corner. Persson has it. He clears it out to center where Thomas Gradin breaks out now for Sweden. Stops as he gets over the line, trying to get it in front to Pettersson. He's all tied up by Craig Hartsburg. Now Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky slips and falls at center. Bourque shoots it in. Lindmark out of the net. Perreault trying to get in there after it. Bourque moves in deep to Gilbert Perreault. Stefan Persson moves into him. Now Perreault clears it in front. In behind the net it goes. Bossy trying to set up Perreault, and that's intercepted. Pearson to Thomas Gradin. Now Gradin for Team Sweden to Pedersen. Pedersen trying to hit Keller with that pass. Hartsburg has it for Team Canada. Hartsburg in his own zone. He backhands it out to center. Solming deflects it into his own zone. Allender, number 4, circling behind his own net and ran into Bossy, and that knocked him off stride. Beck's shot goes over the top of the net. Reinhardt backhands it, hits Solming in front, and he slaps it down the ice. Goes through the crease, so there's no icing. Beck. Over to Paul Reinhardt. Here's Reinhardt for Canada, up to Rick Middleton. Trotier's on the right. Middleton bumped off stride by Solming, and the puck cleared out to center. Reinhardt to Trottier. Ryan Trottier covered by Solming. Helander, number 4, has it for Sweden. Back to Solming. Solming in behind his own net to Helander on the left side. Cleared it ahead. Number 17, Anders Håkansson. Håkansson knocked off stride. Bossy brings it back. Middleton on the right. He shoots it into the corner. And Helander chases it down there for Team Sweden. Both teams at full strength. Canada leading 2-0 here in the second period. Danny Gare coming in with Gillies. Gillies knocked off stride. The puck cleared but not out. Robinson moving in front. He can't get a shot. And Sweden gets possession of it again. Eriksson is bumped by Gillies right in front of the bench. Here's a break for Gare. Gare's shot, and Lindmark stopped it. Gare has it again. Gillies moving in front of the net. Gare bumped against the boards by Eriksson. Now Goring in front, and Gare just failed to get that as it was deflected. Robinson at his own blue line for Team Canada. Passed it up. It's intercepted. And the puck just rolls over the line. Potvin clears it out to Clark Gillies. Gillies back to Robinson. Up to Clark Gillies. Gillies bumped there by number 8. That's Kent Eric Anderson. Potvin in his own zone. Tried to get that pass. It was knocked down by Bent Lundholm of the Winnipeg Jets. Now here comes Bob Gainey. Gainey up over the line trying to hit Linzman, and that pass failed. Sundstrom leaves it there, and it's shot right on, and Mike Liut forced to make the save. Duguay on the right side cleared it. Lindgren keeps it in, and his shot goes over the top of the net. Robinson up to Bob Gainey. Gainey bumped there by Thomas Eriksson. Anderson to Lindgren. Hits the boards. Gainey can't control it there. Now it's cleared back inside the line, brought out to the center ice area. Now back to Lindgren. Canada right on top of Team Sweden. Here's Linzman coming in. Linzman trying to get a shot, and he was too well checked. Potvin's drive. Good save by Peter Lindmark as he kicked that out. Anderson to center. Moline couldn't control the pass. Here comes Duguay back for Canada. Gainey going off on a line change. Moline back for Sweden. Robinson squeezes him along the boards. Perreault in his own zone to Duguay. Duguay checked by Anders Hedberg. Now Moline trying to set up Ulf Nielsen. Robinson has the puck. Hedberg gets a shot right on. Liut stopped that. Perreault runs into Hedberg and knocks him off stride. Now Duguay. Helander collides with him, and the puck rolls down the ice. Solming goes back after it. It's icing against Team Canada. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
For $90,000, you can buy a truck that doesn't use any gas, a diesel. But if you don't need 18 wheels, then buy the new Toyota diesel. Its standard 7-foot bed carries a full 1,000-pound payload. A fuel-efficient 5-speed is standard. It's built from the ground up to be a truck, not a car. And for the price of one of these, you could buy 10 Toyota diesels. The new Toyota diesel. It's the small diesel that does a big job.
Whoa, what a feeling.
Diesel.
Toyota.
Welcome back to the Montreal Forum. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt, Ron Rouge, and Eddie Westfall. 14:03 left to play in the second period, and Canada on goals by Potvin and Bossy leading 2-0. Both teams at full strength. This is Hartsburg, a pass to Guy Lafleur. Lafleur coming in, a shot. Lindmark stopped that on the short side. Nielsen up the middle to Anders Hedberg, coming up with Moline. Moline just failed to get the pass, then slaps the puck into the corner. Bork bumped against the boards by Hedberg. Gilbert Perreault to Gretzky. He's dumped at center ice. Lafleur shoots the puck in, and he collides with Stefan Pearson. Now Solmy. Off the boards, Pearson cleared it. Moline then just deflects the puck out to center. Bourque for Team Canada. Bourque trying to get Perreault, and that just failed, but Perreault chases it down. Tried to get it back to Lafleur. That was deflected. Now Hedberg at center. Coming in for Sweden. And Ulf Nilsson is offside. Hedberg, the only Swede with 2 shots in the game. Sweden has a total of 7. Canada has 15 shots so far. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for 2 at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you could find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
Anders Keller of the New York Islanders getting into position for this face-off. It's cleared into the Team Canada zone. Reinhardt, a pass up the middle to Brian Trottier. Pedersen, number 22, and then he's knocked against the boards by Trottier. Pearson steps into Mike Bossy, 2 teammates with the Islanders. Now Keller on the right side for Sweden. Cleared it to an open wing. Pearson moved up quickly and slapped it into the Team Canada zone. Big Barry Beck, native of Vancouver. Beck, one of the few Vancouver natives to play in the National Hockey League. Here's Bradeen, number 23, to Keller. Keller into the corner. Beck takes him out of the play. Thomas Bradeen, and he handled the puck right to Rick Middleton. Now it goes in behind the Team Canada net and chased down there by Barry Beck. Around the boards, Bossy has trouble with it. Bradeen then steals it from him and passes it to Pedersen. Back to Thomas Bradeen, and it deflected away from him. Hallander, number 4, he slaps it off the boards. Bradeen chases it in. Reinhardt bumped by Thomas Bradeen. Hawkinson to Gradeen in behind the net. Then Gradeen is checked. Rolling puck, and it's just knocked wide of that top left-hand corner.
Well, one thing, you know, Team Canada have it going out to that 2-goal lead very, very early in the hockey game. Now Sweden is beginning to just turn it around a little bit and come on a little more and a little more. Sometimes, you know, Thomas Gradeen doing an excellent job, as we see, doing an excellent job forechecking, hustling, playing the body, in deep in Team Canada's zone. But sometimes you don't like to get out that early or that fast and get those goals, and then you sit back and don't do much later on in the hockey game. Sometimes a little bit of a detriment to you, and Team Canada is really sitting back a little here in the second period.
Forward line for Sweden, Kent Nilsson with Jan Eriksson and Hawkinson, number 17. Canada's Potvin, who has scored one of the 2 goals. Hallander goes after it, number 4. Gretzky chasing him, and Gretzky slips and falls. Eriksson slapped the puck. It's knocked off the skate of Gilbert Perreault. Robinson to Denny Potvin. Gets it away from Kent Nilsson. Along the boards, Perreault to the middle to Guy Lafleur. Up to Gretzky. Here's Gretzky trying to get by Hallander, who's played a strong game defensively for Team Sweden. This should be icing as Robinson goes back, and icing called against Team Sweden. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the second period. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment. .15, Canada leading by a score of 2-0. Face-off in the Team Sweden zone, both teams at full strength. Kenny Lindsman playing his first game of Canada Cup 81, wearing jersey number 28, has that great skating acceleration. Bourque into the middle. Here's Gillies, he had trouble with it, cleared to an open wing. Hartsburg up after it, a shot, and that goes wide. Lundholm outside his own line. Gillies then takes it for Canada and shoots it right back in. Chasing it there is Thomas Eriksson. Lindsman slams him against the boards. Sundstrom into the middle to Lars Lindgren. Lindgren, number 23, checked by Lindsman, gets a shot, and that goes wide. Lindgren has it again. Hartsburg got a piece of him. Lindsman behind his own net to Craig Hartsburg, and he ran into Lars Lindgren. Here's Gare, back for Canada. Gare a shot. Lindmark kicks that out. Cleared in front off a skate just wide. Board. Lindgren got a piece of him. Clark Gillies collides with Patrick Sundstrom, and they hold it against the boards and get a whistle from referee Bruce Hood. I'd like to remind you of the Terry Fox Day to be held across Canada on September 13th. A reminder to support the Terry Fox Run in your area September 13th. Mark Gillies heading to the bench. Goring is out there with Bob Gainey and Ron Duguay. Beck and Reinhardt on defense for Canada. Had just 2 penalties in the game. 1 each side. Hallander has been penalized for Sweden, Reinhardt for Team Canada. Both goals coming in the first period, Potvin and Bossy. Now here comes Hallander. Gainey got a piece of him. Hedberg chases the puck down at center, coming in with Nielsen. He scores! Sweden gets on the scoreboard. And he surprised Mike Liut with that shot.
But the acceleration, just a quick little acceleration in the neutral zone, just darting in there to get that puck. Anders Hedberg, the speed that he has, a low shot, didn't expect it to come, perhaps a little bit screened as Hedberg just went a little to his left and shot the puck quickly. Coming through, just darts into the middle, gets that loose puck in the neutral zone, makes one little move to the side, shoots quickly, beating Mike Liut, low and on his stick side. Tough to get a skate out there, but Anders Hedberg, just a quick little jump to get that puck in the neutral zone and gain possession of it, just getting ahead of the people that were on him.
Well, the Sweden goalie, Peter Lindmark, gets one of the assists. Hallander the other on the goal by Hedberg.
Anders Hedberg, assisted by number 4, Peter Lindmark, and number 1, Peter Lindmark.
Here's Trottier at center. Pearson knocked him against the boards. Pedersen trying to get it loose. Oh, and Trottier took a swing at Stefan Pearson. So they hold it against the boards for a whistle. We'll be back. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Когда мы приезжаем в Канаду, мы любим хорошо поесть. Бифштексы, молочные коктейли, канадский бекон. А еще мы едим много орехов Плантерс. Мы, русские, любим их за то, что они вкусные, хрустят. И особенно за то, что они свежие. Орехи Плантерс мы едим и в Канаде. Но их придумали в России, не правда ли? Видишь, изобретено в России.
And play just underway here in the second period. 9:28 left to play. Here's Trottier going in. Passed in front. Bossy just failed to get that as it deflected off goalie Peter Lindmark. Robinson into his own zone. Keller gets the puck back to Mats Foltin. His shot, and that goes wide. Hallander, number 4 for Sweden. He stopped. Bossy is checked by Pedersen. Robinson for Canada. Here comes Gilbert Perreault. Up over the Team Sweden line. Watched by Hallander. Gets by him. But he's stopped and Hallander goes after the puck as Solming has Gilbert Perreault all tied up. Solming trying to get a whistle. Gretzky slammed against the boards by number 17, Anders Håkansson. That last scoring play, Hedberg from Hallander and Lindmark at 9:57.
Well, Wayne Gretzky a little upset by that late check coming in, knocking him to the ice. He's upset, complaining a little bit to the official. Thought it should have been a charging or a boarding penalty. Came in a little late and took him to the boards. But obviously, when you've got Wayne Gretzky out there, these players who know him, they're going to play his body as aggressively as they can. They're not going to be content to let him handle that puck. But it's something to watch Gilbert Perreault when he's in full flight with that puck. The people here in the audience, they really enjoy seeing him under a full head of steam, handling that puck with his nice moves and so on. A lot of excitement for the fans.
Canada 2 and Sweden 1. Here in the second period, live from the Montreal Forum. Hawkinson brings it back for Sweden. Guy Lafleur checks him. Bork passes over to Craig Hartsburg. There's a puck rolling into the corner. Gretzky right in front. Comes back to the line. Hartsburg shot. That whistle just wide of that open corner. Bork for Canada. Back to Lafleur. Lafleur forced back by Lars Molin. Now Bork brings it in. Shoots it off the glass into the Team Sweden zone. Solming. Gretzky's knocked off stride by Hallander. Here's Bork. He shoots it in behind the net. Gretzky for Canada in front to Lafleur. He scores! Guy Lafleur.
Boreas Salming should have known better. He tried to shoot that puck out. It was trapped at the blue line. Back into Wayne Gretzky, just throwing it out in front of the net. Guy Lafleur putting the puck in as neat as can be. But Boreas Salming didn't wait. He didn't look when he tried to throw it around. It was stopped at the blue line. Wayne Gretzky from that familiar position behind the net, just lobbing the puck out in front. Guy Lafleur scoring the goal for Team Canada.
11:51, the first goal of Canada Cup 81 for Guy Lafleur. Gretzky and Raymond Bork assisting. 3-1 for Canada. Here's Lundholm coming in. Lundholm getting set. And he got too deep. He couldn't get a shot. Hartsburg is bumped against the boards by Anderson. Now here's a shot right on. Eriksson just went over the top of the net. Lafleur coming back for Canada. Ahead to Gretzky. Here's Gretzky into the middle, a shot, and that's deflected wide. Lafleur, he's bumped against the boards. Lundholm back now for Sweden. Passes it over to Eriksson. Eriksson in with Lundholm and Lindgren, and it's stopped there by Craig Hartsburg. Hartsburg, as Lafleur goes off on a line change. Middleton passes up to Paul Reinhardt. Reinhardt, number 24, right in front, and there'll be a hooking penalty coming up to Team Sweden as Hedberg touches the puck, and there's the whistle. A penalty to Sweden's Lars Lindgren. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Second by second, hour by hour, day by day, when you save at the Continental Bank, time is on your side. Because whatever type of savings account you choose, you'll earn interest on all your money every day. And no other bank can say that. Continental Bank of Canada. Bankers in action.
Lars Lindgren in the penalty box for hooking at 12:50. Canada on the power play, leading by a score of 3-1. Beck, Potvin, Trottier, Clark Gillies, and Mike Bossy out there for Team Canada. Bossy trying to get the puck. Stopped at the line by Potvin to Barry Beck. His shot. Lindmark stopped it, juggled it. Oh, and Trottier's backhander went wide. Hedberg, he's checked. Back to the line it goes to Potvin, and he tried to clear it in. Hedberg brings it back out for Sweden. Hedberg up with Ulf Nilsson. Drops it to Nilsson. Nilsson moving in front, a shot, and Liut stopped that. Great play there by Ulf Nilsson and Anders Hedberg. Potvin chasing the puck down in his own zone. Nilsson gets to it. Now he's upset by Potvin. Hallander inside his own line. 1:18 left in the penalty to Lars Lindgren. Here's Beck. Long shot deflected. That's why Bossy lets it go. Lindmark stops that. And it's cleared off the boards and down the ice by Patrick Sundstrom. Exactly 1 minute remaining in the Team Sweden penalty. Gilbert Perreault straight up the middle. Swings to the left. Perreault, and he's hooked from behind by Anderson. Still has the puck. Here's Perreault making some spectacular moves. Oh, and he just failed to get the puck to Gretzky as it rolled off the end of his stick. Beck keeps it in. Perreault bumped by Peter Hallander. Hallander has the puck knocked loose. It's in front. Lafleur couldn't get a shot. Here's Potvin. Potvin back to the line. Beck getting set. Beck. Potvin back to Beck. Beck getting set. His shot deflected in front, and it goes wide. Now a scramble. Hallander has the puck underneath him. 5:32 left to play in the second period.
Tremendous pressure being put on by Team Canada. The puck going back to the point all kinds of time. Barry Beck, the man checking the point, had sagged way in. Here are the two defensemen making sure that in front of that net there's nobody to scoop in the rebound. Coming late in, Anderson to check Wayne Gretzky when that loose puck was just up for grabs in front of the net. Remembering that Bossy scored a goal like that after the original shot from the point when the man in front of the net were not picked up.
This program is copyright and strictly for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or exhibition of this game without the express written permission of the CTV television network and Harcum Consultants Limited is strictly prohibited. Robinson to Rick Middleton. Middleton behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky setting it up for Team Canada on the power play. Oh, and he passed it through the middle. 10 seconds left in the power play. Gretzky or Goring in there now, number 91, trying to get the puck loose. Goring, and it's underneath the Team Sweden player Thomas Eriksson. And we get another face-off. 1 second remaining in the penalty. And Goring, of course, out there for Team Canada, number 91. There's Lindgren. Looking on from the penalty box. Goring, Bob Gainey, and Middleton. Now Hartsburg comes out to replace Larry Robinson. So Hartsburg and Bork are the two defensemen. 1 second left in Lindgren's penalty. Canada holding a 2-1 shot. Total in shots 20-10 so far in the game. Goring against Thomas Gradin to the right of goaltender Peter Lindmark. 3-1 for Team Canada. Linesman Ron Finn, a bit of a delay getting the puck dropped. Now it comes back. Here's Hartsburg. His shot is knocked down by Stefan Persson. Middleton knocked against the boards, and Lindgren has it for Sweden. Lindgren up along with Thomas Gradin, shoots the puck into the corner. Bork after it there. Bork right in front of his own goal. Gainey up to Butch Goring. Goring stopped by Pettersson. Drops it back. Gradin would have been offside, so he let the puck go. Here's Bork. He shoots it in. Gainey is upset. And no penalty there. Persson has it for Team Sweden. Passes it over to Thomas Eriksson, number 16. Keller on the right side. To Gradin. Coming in with Pettersson. Left the puck behind, and Gainey has it for Canada. Here's Goring coming in over the line. A shot. Lindmark stopped that. And he smothers the puck, holds on, and gets a whistle. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Prestone 2 will show you what happens inside your radiator if your antifreeze is weak and neglected. Look, after only 9,000 miles, rust, corrosion, continued neglect can clog passages, causing costly damage. But look at this radiator. After 9,000 miles of Prestone 2, total protection, a real difference. Prestone 2's patented silicone silicate formula bonds to all metals, including aluminum, to lock out corrosion. Tested, proven protection. Get Prestone 2, the corrosion fighter.
Potvin, Bossy, and Lafleur have scored the goals for Team Canada. Hedberg has scored for Sweden. This is Potvin inside the line, clearing the puck in front. There's a penalty coming up as Solming stepped into Mike Bossy and knocked him to the ice. Boreas Solming.
Well, a very interesting little play that Mike Bossy likes to use. When they win that puck to the point, what Mike Bossy does is he goes from his right side all the way over to the left side. Went all the way from the board side all the way to the front of the net, playing actually his wrong side, but being on his forehand to the net, is not picked up by anybody. The puck came through from the point, tried to hit him off the side of the net, and Boreas Solming was forced to dump him.
And they're doing a little patchwork on the ice there in behind goaltender Peter Lindmark. Gives us an opportunity to check on our upcoming intermission features with Ron Roosh.
All right, Bernie, in our next intermission, we'll be talking with the captain of this Team Sweden, Anders Hedberg. He's got the goal in the game for them. Gunther Sabetsky is the president of the International Ice Hockey Federation. And Eddie Westfall will be around with the second period highlights. All of that coming up in our second intermission.
And we're looking forward to that. And we're also looking forward to another game at the Montreal Forum tonight. Team USA, a big game against Czechoslovakia. And in Winnipeg this evening, the Soviet Union will play Finland. Of course, our next telecast on CTV will be Wednesday when the Soviet Union will play Team Canada. That'll be Wednesday night on the full CTV network. Now here's Bossy moving in front. Clark Gillies mixing it up with Hellender. Now Gillies racing into the corner after it. Hellender's after him, bumps him against the boards. Hellender to Stefan Pearson. Here he comes, number 7, off the boards into the Canadian zone. And Potvin's back after it. 1:38 remaining in Solming's penalty. Canada 3 and Sweden 1. Potvin up with Clark Gillies up over the line. Cleared off the boards. Gillies lets Robinson get it. Chased back by Lars Molin. Now Bossy. 4 New York Islanders out there for Team Canada. Potvin, Trottier, Bossy, and Gillies. Robinson, number 19 for Canada. Up over the line, tried to get the pass. Gillies then traps it, backhands it into the corner. Pearson off the boards. Potvin keeps it in. Bossy then shoots it high over the glass and out of play. Exactly a minute remaining in Borje Salming's penalty. I mentioned the New York Islander players out on the ice. 6 New York Islanders are playing in this game, including Mike Bossy. There's Potvin, Trottier, Gillies, and Goring. And, of course, Pearson and Keller for the New York Islanders. And, you know, you add Kenny Morrow and Langevin of the U.S. team, 9 players from the Islanders appearing in the Canada Cup.
Well, do you think they've had a tough year and a short summer? They just finished the Stanley Cup not too long, preparing here, and they're going to have a long season this year. I can assure you of that.
3:10 left to play in the second period. Puck is trapped by Anderson, but then he couldn't control it. Gretzky brings it back in for Canada. Gretzky, Beck goes after it. It was slapped away from him. Raymond Bourque inside his own side of center, gives it to Guy Lafleur, straight up the middle now for Canada. Here's Lafleur. Gretzky breaking for the front of the net. The pass never got to him, and it's cleared down the ice by Thomas Eriksson. Bourque, 25 seconds left in Solming's penalty. Canada leading 3-1. Here's Beck, number 3. Watched there by Kent Eric Anderson. Dropped the puck back to Gretzky. Gretzky trying to set Canada up on this power play. Number 99 gives it to Barry Beck. Back to Gretzky. Gretzky over to Raymond Bourque. Hit shot stopped by goaltender Peter Lindmark. And it's cleared to the line but not out. Gretzky moving right in front. Here's Gretzky right in front of the goal. A shot and Lindmark stepped that. And Sweden is back at full strength.
Wayne Gretzky making a great little move, bringing that puck from his backhand all to his forehand. From the point, just dipping in. Here he comes to the backhand around, bringing it quickly to his forehand, and then gets the shot away. Lindmark had to be sharp to get it, but that's what Wayne Gretzky can do. On his backhand. Whoops, there, quick to his forehand, gets the shot on net, almost putting the puck under Peter Lindmark.
Gretzky's in a little pain. He's being attended to by the trainer at the Team Canada bench, favoring, I believe, his left wrist. 2:08 left to play here in the second period. Canada leading 3-1. Lindsman covered by Ulf Nilsson. Now Salming goes after it. Gare bumps him. Hedberg. Gainey takes him out of the play. Peter Hellender, number 4 for Sweden. He's bumped there by Lindsman. Then he knocks the puck out to center ice. Potvin has trouble with it. Hedberg back in now for Sweden. Hedberg, Robinson checks him. Now Gainey into the corner. The puck is stopped there by Molin. Lars Molin trying to get it. Now Ulf Nilsson will try. Nilsson in front. Missed Hedberg with that pass, and it comes right back into the Team Sweden zone. 1:25 left to play. Gretzky still being attended to at the Team Canada bench. In fact, he's heading to the dressing room. Keller's shot. Now Gradin just failed to pick that up as Gillies sends it up the middle. Salming on the right side. Middleton after him. Now Potvin for Team Canada to Gillies, and it's offside at the Team Sweden blue line.
Well, with only 1:06 in the period, Wayne Gretzky probably will not get another shift, so the medical staff take him into the dressing room a little early to get a good look at it. He looked like he was favoring either his left wrist or his left hand. The trainer had ice on it as he went to the room.
The two goalies in this game, Lindmark and Liut, are the only goalies with assists in Canada Cup history, and both have picked up assists in this series. Lindmark assisting on the goal by Hedberg in this period. Less than a minute to go in the second period. And the puck cleared. No one there at center. Salming has it. Now he gives it to Thomas Gradine. Up over the line goes Anders Keller. To Pedersen. Pedersen in front, of backhand shot stopped by Mike Liu. Gillies clears it off the boards to center. 35 seconds left in the second period. Pedersen will try to flex the puck over the Team Canada line where Middleton, number 17, brings it out, but he's stopped. Pedersen shoots it right back in. Hartsburg, number 4, flips the puck into the Swedish zone. Ersson with 15 seconds left in period number 2. Here comes Thomas Gradine. His pass failed to click. Hedberg had it bounce off his skate. Hartsburg behind his own net for Canada. Seconds ticking away. Bossy has it at center. A long shot, and that's wide as the siren goes to end the second period of play. A better period as far as Team Sweden concerned as they hit the scoreboard for the first time. The shots 23-11 after 40 minutes. Canada leading 3-1. We'll be back with the second intermission in a moment.
Find someone to look after your investments, John?
Yes, Pitfield Mackay Ross did an outstanding job. First, they did an in-depth review of my finances. Then they laid out a portfolio that's just right for my needs. And they follow up, make sure it's always up to date. But you must have heard of Pitfield.
I've done business with Pitfield Mackay Ross for years. They've got the right people in the right places.
The right people. That's Pitfield Mackay Ross.
Pitfield Mackay Ross. Choosing us could be your most important investment decision.
When you glide along, enjoy the refresh-along taste of Wrigley Spearmint. Wrigley Spearmint. And when you sail along, enjoy the refresh-along taste of Wrigley Spearmint.
The cool and zesty tingle of fresh. That's the refresh-along taste of Wrigley Spearmint.
Enjoy that ride along with that refresh-along, long-lasting taste of Wrigley Spearmint gum.
Is it over? Not quite. I finished pinning you to the table. Now we do acupuncture.
Dolly Parton, -2 equals Rec 3.
Can it get any more bizarre? Look first to CTV as John Biner proves it certainly can.
Canada leading Sweden 3-1 after 2 periods of play. The Swedes narrowed it to 1 goal with the goal by Anders Hedberg, but then Guy Lafleur with his first goal of the tournament has taken it out to a 3-1 margin once again. It was at least 2-0 at the end of the first period. Canada outshot Sweden 11-7 in that second period, 23-11 the total. Well, here in this intermission, we'll have the president of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Gunther Zabetsky, joining us, along with Eddie Westfall, of course, with some of the highlights of that period. And joining me right now is the captain of Team Sweden. That is, of course, Anders Hedberg, who plays also with the New York Rangers. Anders, tell us a little bit about this game, first of all. It appeared that Canada had dominated the first period, but he started to come back quite a bit in that second period.
Maybe, but we should be the team that should skate and let them pull us down, take penalties. It's the other way around. They are skating around us, and we are pulling them down, taking penalties. We need all the help we can get, and we should be the one to play power plays.
What about the Team Sweden so far? It seems like you've had a slow start to this tournament. You really didn't get off the start you really would want.
And it has almost ended for us if we don't come through. We haven't played well. We haven't gotten much offense, and we're just not skating, trying to go around people. As I said before, if we do that, you at least can create things, let them take penalties. We're not doing that.
That's the Swedish style, isn't it? You really like to make things happen out there and force the other team into the area.
We have to skate. If we don't skate, we're dead, and we're not skating that well.
All right, let's go back to putting that team together. You put 23 men in your training camp. You really didn't make any cuts, did you, from the time you started training camp?
No, they figured they should know the players he wanted to have. He picked 23, and that's the one he'd gone with, except we got one injury, and so we had to call one guy away from Sweden.
Mm-hmm. How long was your training camp?
We started the 3rd of August, and we've gone since then.
Yeah. And you feel in shape? You feel that you've done enough for preparation to get into this?
Can't complain about preparation, but we're not playing that well.
Mm-hmm. You've played the Soviet Union. Canada hasn't yet. What about the Soviets? How do they look to you this time around?
Well, they're good. They're good. They're tough. But I don't think they're that good that you can't beat them. As a matter of fact, I don't expect them to win this tournament.
You don't?
I don't, no.
I imagine you witnessed the Czechoslovakia-Canada game the other night.
I was sitting right beside the glass there, and what a game that was. Just too bad the referee let everything go. He was just telling the guys, go ahead and kill each other, and they almost did. I wish he had controlled the game a little bit more better.
That's one of your own referees.
Well, that's why I said it.
Get to the NHL just for one moment. Bobby Hull is talking about coming back. Is there a chance that, are you looking forward to perhaps being reunited? One of the greatest lines I think hockey has ever seen.
Sure, I expect him to meet him in Finland. The Rangers are in Finland and Sweden for training camp early, and I expect him to meet him there when we come over.
Okay, good luck to you. Good luck in training camp.
Thank you very much.
Coming in the NHL season.
Thank you.
That's Anders Hedberg, who is the captain of Team Sweden, and Canada is leading Sweden right now by a score of 3-1. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Small copiers, small prices. Small copiers, small prices. This way, brothers.
When a visiting delegation asked Brother Dominic to match their very fussy requirements to their particularly small means, he simply introduced them to one of the fussy and stingy copiers from Xerox.
And the price, Brother Dominic? It's a miracle.
In times of indecision like these, it's always best to see what the professionals use. Professionals have been using mono brand caulking for over 20 years. If it's good enough for professionals, mono will do the job for you. So when the day comes, and it will, when you need to buy caulking, buy mono, the professional choice.
There's only one Larry Fikowski. He's part owner of a drilling company. He's young, dynamic, a family man. And that's why he has his own life insurance plan. His London Life representative helped make that plan just as individual as he is. And London Life can do the same for you. Of course, your plan may not be like Larry's. But then, at London Life, every life is something special.
Canada is leading Sweden by a score of 3-1. We're in the second intermission, and it's with a great deal of pleasure that we present the president of the International Ice Hockey Federation, Gunther Zabetsky. Mr. Zabetsky, we were just talking just off mic here for a moment about the tournament. You said you consider it a little better than 1976.
Well, yes, I find it better as 76 because the teams are stronger and the tournament is more open as in the last time.
I think all of us have to agree that the quality of hockey worldwide has improved a great deal. Is there a reason for that? You see it from overseas?
Yes, I see it by the games between European teams and Canada team. It makes better both sides. The European teams had been stronger, harder, and your team can better play. That means makes more combination as in the past.
In other words, we're coming back to the fundamentals of passing and shooting, and perhaps the body checking is coming along. And
yes, now they do more play.
What is happening overseas? Are you trying to get more and more contact into the game? That's basically a rule situation, how you enforce the rules.
We are not against the body check, and we are not against hard game. Only what we do not like, that is brutality on the ice, because that is not good for the spectators and also not good for the players. That's clear.
What is in the future for you now? Do you see this as a regular thing, the Canada Cup? Do you like what happens with the Canada Cup?
Yes, Canada Cup is called in our regulation as World Cup. Canada Cup is only the working title here in Canada because the idea is coming from your federation, and in so far we speak from the Canada Cup. But in our regulations is set the World Cup, and it belongs to our tournaments.
We've got an Olympics coming up in Canada very shortly. Calgary would like to host the Olympics. What are your thoughts on that?
I have been in Calgary and have seen the possibility you have for all kinds of winter sports. I hope that you will be successful, but you know not the winter sports federations have to decide, but the Olympic committees, national Olympic committees. And I have written an article in the review of the Olympic Congress that I cannot understand that the decision is made by NOCs, National Olympic Committees, which never have seen winter sports, let me say Africans or Arabs. And they can decide and can say, we go to this or that place. The International Winter Sports Association, to which belongs all three all 6 disciplines, have decided unanimous to go to Calgary.
All right. Well, we hope that Calgary is successful. Certainly we do. Mr. Sabetsky, thank you very much for joining us. Gunther Sabetsky, the president of the International Ice Hockey Federation. Coming up is Eddie Westfall. Highlights of that second period. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
How do you convince a hockey player that Bauer's new Supreme Custom 100 is the world's best fitting, best performing skate? Do you tell him that Supreme 100 Superfeet alignment gives him superior foot control? Do you tell him that Supreme 100's exclusive flow light padding gives him superior ankle fit? No. You let him work out with a pair of 100s and compare their performance to Bauer's well-known rivals. Then you try to get the Bauers back.
When I grow older, will there be lots of energy around? Will there be gas and oil in the ground? Or will I have gasoline to drive around? Will they find more oil than we have now? Or will we use it up?
Good questions. Get some of the answers in the Energy Myths book from Shell.
Will there be heat? Will there be light? Will I be warm in my bed at night?
Shell helps.
I got a great deal from Harvey's. Hey, look at that. Beautiful Canada Cup poster. Well, my friend, you can have one every time you order a double burger from Harvey's. Skate, come on. Skate, come on. Come on. A great double burger. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Come on. A great deal. Come on. A beautiful Canada Cup poster when you order a double burger from Harvey's.
Buy a double burger and get the official 1981 Canada Cup poster.
Well, here's Eddie Westfall. Eddie, things tightened up considerably in that second period.
No question. When you see teams playing a lot of hockey in the center ice area, it's close checking. That was kind of what prevailed throughout most of the second period, and it paid off early for Team Sweden, that close checking and fine hustle. Sweden, known for their skating, finally did pay off. But in that period, Anders Håkansson, good plays here. Number 22 behind the net, that's Peterson, feeds it out. It looked like it might have been a shot by Håkansson. It could have been Trottier. Here, Barry Beck unloads a beautiful shot. Watch to the right of your screen. Number 20, Brian Trottier. Good chance at the open net. He missed it. Play went back and forth. And this was Salming getting a penalty. Now, you're not going to win hockey games if you take bad penalties. That's a bad penalty. Salming pulling Bossy down. And then here's another bad move here. Bad clearing play. And watch Gretzky. Here's what he's famous for. Little deke, that's Eriksson that he goes around. And Lindgren, he goes around. Good play at the net. And Canada slowly came on as the period progressed. And it paid off for them later on in the period because then they scored to get the 3-1 lead.
Close, but then Sweden got the goal, and Canada seemed to wake up a little bit. As all of a sudden the game got back together. It's almost like hold it. It's a one-goal game.
Always a problem when you don't initiate. You have to initiate if you're Team Canada, or you're not going to be successful. They were waiting to see what Team Sweden was doing. Team Sweden was doing one of the things that they do best, and that's skate. And here you see them breaking out of their own end, and this is Anders Hedberg, number 15, through center ice. He's got good speed. He handles the puck well. This is not really a good goal for Team Canada. They seem to do everything right except when it got to Mike Liut. It was a good low shot, but it beat Liut, and I'll bet if Liut had another chance, he would stop that puck. That was a long shot. It was probably 45 feet. It looked like it ticked off the inside of the right goal post, and of course that made the score 2-1. And then Canada at 11:51. Here's Gretzky. You don't leave Guy Lafleur right there, because Guy Lafleur can put it in like most guys in that line if it's Gretzky or Gilbert Perreault. It was a puck that was kept in, And Bork, you saw him keep it in. Gretzky behind the net. Lafleur, one quick move. And young people, when I'm talking to them about goal scoring, which is not something that I did a lot of, one move is the best move in front of the net, and that's what Guy Lafleur did.
Eddie, the worst thing I think that Team Canada can do, considering the way their defense likes to move up and so on, is to sit back. The moment they do that, they find themselves in difficulty. They've got to, as you say, initiate.
They have to initiate. They can't wait to see what the other team, in this case Team Sweden's going to do, because if you let them come at you, they're going to gain incentive. Right now, they're waiting now to see what Team Canada's going to do when they come out for the third period, and if Canada is doing to do it right, they're going to take the play to Sweden and they'll fold.
Okay, Eddie, thank you very much. 3-1, Canada is leading Sweden right now. Coming up, our third period of action in just a moment.
Money in action. Working for your business non-stop. That's the promise of the Continental Commercial Banking System. The Continental Commercial Banking System offers all business customers of the Continental Bank an exceptional combination of cash management and financing. Your money work as hard as you do. To turn money into a living, moving part of your company. Make the Continental the action bank for you and your business. Continental Bank of Canada. Bankers in action.
Team Canada just on the ice, still awaiting the appearance of Sweden. There's the summary of the second period. Anders Hedberg with his third goal of the tournament from Lindmark and Helander at 9:57. That narrowed it, made it a one-goal hockey game. 2-1, Canada still leading. And then Guy Lafleur finally got his first goal of the tournament. There'll be a few more, we can guarantee to that. Gretzky and Bork assisted at 11:51. Sweden picked up the two penalties that were called in the second period. They have 3 of the 4 penalties in the game. Reinhardt with the only penalty for Canada. And the shots on goal, as you see, Canada outshot Sweden 11-7 in that period. They had a marked edge on shots on goal in the first period at 12-4. So the total shots on goal through 2 periods, 23-11. Team Canada over Sweden. Anders Hedberg said it, and so did Eddie Westfall. Team Canada has to come out and take the play to Sweden. If they sit back, Sweden still could narrow the score. Just 3-1. Let's now switch upstairs and get the thoughts on that whole subject as Team Sweden starts out onto the ice. Here now is Bernie Pascal and Tom Watt.
And the final Swedish player to make his way onto the ice, backup goalie Pelle Lindberg, property of the Philadelphia Flyers. He played in Sweden's game against the Soviet Union. Otherwise, Peter Lindmark has gone all the way into this game with a goals against average of 1.50. Mike Liut has played all 4 games for Team Canada. Liut of the St. Louis Blues, backed up by Don Edwards of the Buffalo Sabres. Edwards recalled as Billy Smith suffered a broken finger in practice in Winnipeg.
And we noticed that Wayne Gretzky is back out, took a little bit of the warm-up, a little quick skate before he went to the bench. It's unknown really what the injury was to him, other than he took a slash, and watching that replay and the highlights, took a slash as he made the little move in front of the net on the last rush at the end of the period. But he's back on the bench, seems to be okay. I saw Coach Scotty Bowman talking to him and he was nodding, so it looks like he's ready to play in this third period.
Wayne Gretzky assisting on the last Team Canada goal. Guy Lafleur, Bossy and Potvin, the other goal scorers for Canada. Hedberg scoring for Team Sweden. And the two teams will start period number 3 at full strength. Goring is at center for this face-off against number 11, Ulf Nilsson. Hedberg and Molin, the other forwards for Sweden. Duguay and Gainey along with Goring, the forward unit for Team Canada. Nilsson knocked off stride by Dennis Potvin. Here comes Solman. Up over the line, a shot over the top of the glass. A bullet-like drive, and it hit an empty seat. And that's fortunate. Boreas Solming out there with Helander on defense. Face off inside the Team Canada blue line. Goring against Ulf Nilsson. Solming slaps it back in. Hedberg trying to catch up to it. Here's Molin, a drive. And I believe Liut lost sight of that because he just lifted his shoulders. Here's Gainey. Gainey slaps it wide of the Team Sweden net. Solming Off the boards, Hedberg is checked there by Larry Robinson. Now Helander bumps into Ron Duguay. Gainey has the puck. Here's Gainey for Canada. In behind the net. Gainey still has it. Comes in front. A shot. And Lindmark stops that. Juggles but holds on.
Ron Duguay doing an excellent job. Helander complaining to the official in front of the net, thinking that Ron Duguay held him. But you see Duguay in front of the net. He holds off Helander and then Salming and allows Bob Gainey to circle right around the net and get the good opportunity. Duguay creating all kinds of havoc off that crease to allow his teammate to get the good opportunity on goal.
Boria Salming comes back out to replace Mats Baltin. Thomas Gradin against Brian Trottier. The puck come back to the line. There's a shot by Bork. Hit the side of the net. Bossy gets it again. Back to Bork. Bork's drive, and that's stopped and held onto by goaltender Lindmark. Two big shots from that point by Raymond Bork. One hitting the side of the net, and the other one, Lindmark, coming out to trap.
The importance of winning that face-off, just the tip back to Ray Bork, winning the draw, Brian Trottier, getting the second shot. The goaltender coming well out of the net to cut off the angle.
Thomas Gradin back now for Sweden, up with Anders Keller. Keller over the line, back to Gradin, and the shot goes up over the top of the net. Pearson. Gradin chases it down at center. Gives it to Boria Salming. Salming, number 21 for Sweden. Tried to get Keller with that pass. Bossy spun around. Salming kicks the puck, and it comes right to Raymond Bork, who shoots it in. Salming in behind his own net. We played a minute and 30 seconds here in the third period. Canada leading 3-1. Gradin, number 23 for Sweden, up over the line. Here goes Gradin, trying to get it in front for Pettersson, and that was stopped. Lafleur in his own zone. Pettersson takes the puck from Guy Lafleur, and it's back inside the line. Lars Lindgren. Off center, here's Lundholm up over the line. It's called on an offside pass. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I'm Dave Thomas, and I started Wendy's with one restaurant and a philosophy. Never use frozen hamburgers. Use fresh ground beef. Then I figured, why would anyone go anyplace else?
Once you've tasted Wendy's hamburgers made from fresh ground beef, and you know it tastes great, just kidding, why go anyplace else?
Beats a heck out of me, Dave.
Wendy's big 99-cent burger deal. Wendy's delicious quarter-pound hamburger, just 99 cents. Ain't no reason to go anyplace else.
Welcome back to the Montreal Forum. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt, and Canada leading Sweden by a score of 3-1. Considering a National Hockey League average per period is about 42 minutes, this game has really been moving quickly. 36 minutes for the first period, 34 minutes for the second period. Very few whistles, but there's one there as the puck goes up over the top of the glass in behind the Team Canada net. Later tonight at the Montreal Forum, Czechoslovakia will play Team USA. The spectacled coach of the Team Sweden in behind the bench, hoping his Chargers can get a goal here early to get back into it. Now here's Middleton, number 17. Eriksson squeezes him off the puck, but he gets it back again. Middleton in the corner. Danny Gare, Klinsmann in front, and the puck is deflected, stopped at the line by Beck. His drive, and that's knocked down by Patrick Sundstrom. Middleton. Anderson knocked against the boards. Middleton gets it again for Canada. Here's Middleton in front, trying to get it to Reinhart. And Lars Lindgren clears it, but not out. Danny Gare's shot, that goes wide. Klinsmann after it, cleared it in front. Gare lets it go, and that was wide again. Danny Gare set up perfectly in front. His shot missed the target. Barry Beck, number 3. And it's icing against Sweden as we've approached the 3-minute mark of this third period. Barry Beck was telling me prior to the game he could feel the excitement in this Canada Cup Series. Said Team Canada is really looking forward to the semifinals. And as Barry said, with a beaming smile, and the championship game.
Well, Barry Beck, you know, the excitement certainly is there, and if Team Canada wins today, they assure themselves a place in the semifinals.
Gilbert Perreault, Wayne Gretzky back out there now, number 99 with Guy Lafleur. But Sweden has possession. Molin to Hedberg. Hedberg has scored the lone Sweden goal in this game. Helander, number 4, over to Solming. Solming to Ulf Nilsson. Here's Nilsson going in against Robinson. Passes to Hedberg, a shot. And that backhand drive went wide. Nilsson gets it again. Nilsson shoots it in front, hit Robinson. And Robinson up with the puck to Gilbert Perreault to Gretzky. Gretzky over the line for Canada to Perreault, and it just bounced off his stick. Perreault bumped there by Hedberg. Helander knocks the puck. Perreault gets it loose and has possession. Now Solming. Perreault knocks him against the board and hit referee Bruce Hood. And Solming grabs a hold of Hood.
Well, that's something that the official tries not to do. He's supposed to be on that goal line so that he's in good position to watch any play that's near the net, to make those calls whether the goaltender has it, but he didn't figure to get caught in a body check from Boris Salming, and Boris Salming was just keeping in there looking for the face-off, holding everything that he could, making sure that the puck was killed.
Anders Keller comes out now with Kent Nilsson and Thomas Gradin for Sweden. Perreault, Lafleur, and Gretzky for Canada.
Well, Scotty, it's difficult to read Scotty's face. He's not getting all upset about this hockey game. I think he feels that everything is under control at this point in the hockey game in the third period.
Scotty Bowman with the best coaching record in the NHL, 576 victories, 210 losses. This is Anders Keller bringing the puck out for Sweden, coming up with Kent Nilsson. Persson takes the pass, and it's called on the offside at the Team Canada blue line. Two teammates with the Islanders, Persson and Denny Potvin. Two Stanley Cup championships for Stefan Persson. He's a mainstay defensively with the New York Islanders. There's no denying that. Now Gradin into the face-off position against Butch Goring. The puck goes to Kent Nilsson, gives it to Persson, back to Nilsson. Kent Nilsson to Boris Solming. Solming, watched by Duguay, tried to get the pass ahead to Persson, and Raymond Bourque goes back. Liut stopped at first, so icing is waved off. Now Solming. Persson, watched by Goring. Gradin slaps the puck in. Bourque lifted the elbow right in the face of Thomas Gradin. Kent Nilsson. Solming moving up, but it's cleared by Goring off the boards into the Team Sweden zone. Duguay back quickly, but Persson, he's bumped to the ice by Bob Gainey. Here comes Anders Keller. Up to Kent Nilsson, trying to get it back to Gradin. It's intercepted. Gainey trying to feed that pass to Duguay. That failed. Solming has the puck behind the net. Tied up by Ron Duguay, and they hold it there and get another whistle. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Buying a lottery ticket? Uh-huh. How about a Super Lotto?
You mean this one?
Super Lotto's the only lottery that can make you a millionaire now. With 3 big chances at a tax-free million.
What's going on?
A new scratch and win that can make you $10,000 richer instantly.
How'd you do that?
And a Super Sunday draw at the end of each month.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
I'm sold.
Good.
Can you teach me how to do that?
The only lottery that can make you a millionaire now.
Number 19, Patrick Sundstrom, and that's his age, 19. Into face-off position there against Brian Trottier. Comes back to the line, Paul Reinhardt, deflected. Gillies tied up in front of the net there with Thomas Eriksson, and breaking out of his own zone, Kent Eric Anderson. Reinhardt hammers him against the boards. Bossy, checked by Sundstrom. Puck comes in front, Barry Beck clears it out to Clark Gillies. He couldn't catch up to it. Thomas Eriksson gives it to Lars Lindgren. Lindgren watched by Clark Gillies in his own zone. Reinhardt backhands the puck right at the line, then gets it again at center. Gillies misses a check from Anderson. The puck rolls back to the Team Canada blue line. Now Eriksson trying to get the pass to Sundstrom, and that's intercepted. Now Hawkinson clears it in. Reinhardt for Team Canada. Off the boards. And Lindgren got that, or Mike Bossy was home free. Now Barry Beck. Lindgren inside his own blue line for Sweden. Anders Hedberg drops it back to Solming. Salming leading a rush for Sweden, gives it to Hedberg, in with Nielsen. Hedberg gets a shot, scores! Hedberg scores for Sweden.
Well, again, another very innocent-looking shot by Anders Hedberg. He seems to handcuff Mike Liut with those low shots. The first one was low to his stick side. This one goes to his glove side. You see Börje Salming moving up, throwing the long pass to Hedberg. Hedberg breaks to his left across the line, going to his forehand. There are 3 Team Canada defenders back. Just a quick shot. Seems to catch Mike Liut by surprise, but low to his glove side, just inside the post. Breaks to his left. You see 3 Team Canada men. Quite an innocent shot. Mike Liut seemed to be caught by surprise, and we'd have a 3-2 hockey game.
So Hedberg's second goal of the game, and right at the face-off, Ulf Nielsen was injured. Salming and Lindgren assisting at 5:50. Hedberg's second goal of the game. And the medical staff out to attend to Ulf Nielsen, who dropped to the ice right after the puck was dropped. Ulf Nielsen, he's had a series of injuries with the New York Rangers, favoring right leg. Ulf Nielsen being attended to, assisted back to the Team Sweden bench. Right at the face-off, the puck was dropped, and he hit the ice. Must have twisted his foot just as he was getting into position.
Well, he did have a history of having ankle injuries, so perhaps it's an old injury or he twisted it going down, but that was a problem that he had, were ankle injuries in the past.
14:04 left to play in the third period. 1 goal separating the two teams. Hedberg with 2 goals for Team Sweden. Canada leading 3-2. Potvin, Bossy, and Lafleur have scored the goals for Canada. This is Börje Salming. Up the middle to Lars Molin. Hit, Nielsen goes after it. Robinson checked him. Molin shoots it in, and it's called on a delayed offside at the Team Canada blue line. Lars Molin, 5'11", 165 pounds, heading to the camp of the Vancouver Canucks after this. Wednesday, Finland plays Team USA, an afternoon game at the Montreal Forum. In Ottawa on Wednesday night, Sweden plays Czechoslovakia. And Canada meets the Soviets, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night here at the Forum. And that game will be televised on CTV. Liut has trouble with the puck. This is Anders Keller. Now Gretzky off the board, gets the puck out to center. Lafleur coming in for Canada. Lafleur watched by Stefan Persson. And it's deflected back outside the line. Gretzky handled the puck inside the Swedish blue line, and he's called on the offside.
Well, look for Team Sweden to really be working very, very hard in this stage of the third period, because, you know, they're in a bit of a dogfight with the United States. It looks like Czechoslovakia, Soviet Union, and Canada are going to be in that final round, and for them to pick up at least 1 point today would go a long way towards ensuring that they get in that final semifinal round after the round-robin tournament is completed.
Thomas Gradin, Anders Keller, and number 22 for Sweden, Jörgen Pettersson of the St. Louis Blues. 37 goal scorer last year. And there's Scotty Bowman, head coach of the Buffalo Sabres. He's assisted with Team Canada by Al McNeil, Red Berenson, and Calgary Flame assistant coach Pierre Paget. Archberg shoots it in as Bob Luther, the linesman, fell to the ice just as he dropped the puck. Salming to Stefan Persson, watched by Gilbert Perreault. It's back to Bork, his shot, and that missed the target. Loose puck in front, and Keller has it for Sweden. Anders Keller. Lafleur in front to Perreault. He scores! Perreault!
Anders Keller made a bad mistake. He had position of the puck. You see him heading back in towards his own zone after his defenseman had headmanned the puck to him. He took it back, loses the puck. Puck is thrown out by Guy Lafleur in front of the net. Keller taking the puck back. He could have turned up the ice with the puck. Guy Lafleur just turning and throwing in front of the net to Gilbert Perreault, and he makes no mistake. Bad mistake by Anders Keller taking the puck back.
Gilbert Perreault. And it's 4-2 for Team Canada. Now Hawkinson, he shoots the puck into the Team Canada zone. Barry Beck runs into Sundstrom behind the net. They fight for the puck there. It's knocked loose. Here comes Gillies at center. Lafleur gets one of the assists. Puck is cleared in. The only assist, Lafleur from Gilbert Perreault. Anderson, he's bumped by Trottier. Puck is kicked to Sundstrom, cleared right in front, and Thomas Eriksson brings it back. Hawkinson, he rolls the puck into the Team Canada zone. Liut slaps it behind the net. Clark Gillies is checked. Puck comes to Sundstrom. Sundstrom's shot rolls right to Liut, and he makes the save. Reinhardt, number 24, bumped by Lindgren. Hawkinson gets a piece of him, and now they hold it there. Trottier and Lindgren mixing it up. Canada leading by 2 goals, and Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Okay. This is a new sheepdog, and this is a new terrier, and this is a new puppy food. Puppy Plus from Dr. Ballard's. It's special because it's got the great taste of real meat that puppies love. Plus, the extra nutrition they need to grow up healthy. All in a recipe that's easy on their tummies. You can trust Dr. Ballard's.
The Canadian Veterinary Medical Association certifies that Puppy Plus meets its nutritional standards.
Gilbert Perreault, he has 7 goals and 10 assists, 17 points in 11 Canada Cup games, including, of course, the 7 games in 1976. Both teams at full strength, Canada leading 4-2. This is Potvin behind the net, Robinson in after it. Hedberg clears the puck in front, no one there. Kent Nielsen lost it. Here comes Bob Gainey. Gainey back for Canada, a shot, and he missed the net with that low drive. Pauline trying to get it out. Goring traps it for Canada. In front to Duguay, a shot, and Lindmark smothers that.
Lindmark coming a long way out of his net to take away that angle. Mike Bossy gets the opportunity coming through. Watch him come all the way out, taking away that shooting angle by Ron Duguay. The goaltender making sure that the rebound doesn't come back out. But a good play, throwing that puck out to Duguay. Good play by Lindmark coming out to take away the shooting angle of Ron Duguay.
11:40 left to play in the third period. Goring wins the draw. Back to Robinson, a shot. Lindmark stopped that. Goring's tied up by Stefan Pearson. The puck comes back to Robinson. Robinson has trouble with it, but Potvin is back quickly to get it. Robinson favoring his right ear. He was clipped with a stick. Now Solming is checked by Bob Gainey. Potvin behind the net. Duguay bumped by Peter Hellander. Here comes Goring. Butch Goring in for Canada, a shot, and that's gloved by Lindmark, and he holds on with Bob Gainey looking for a loose puck. Peter Lindmark has played well in goal for Team Sweden. There's Robinson heading to the bench. And he's heading right off into the dressing room. He was clipped with a stick on the right ear. Well, I guess he's just going to get a new stick and go back to the bench.
It's interesting, Lindmark, unlike European goaltenders, coming a long way out of that net to cut down the angles. Usually they stay back in the crease and rely on the reactions to stop the puck. But Lindmark is just the opposite. He's been coming out, taking away the angles of the shooters.
Oh, the puck is taken by Rick Middleton. Solming got the loose puck, slapped it back against the boards. Fort has trouble with it. Keller can't catch up to it, though. A delayed offside as Pearson goes back, and now it's called the offside at the Team Sweden blue line. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Budweiser salutes the people of Ontario.
Our best for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. For all you do, this Bud's for you.
Yeah, this Bud's for you. If you like your beer with a clean, crisp taste, the Beechwood Age Budweiser taste and smoothness you'll find in no other beer. Now brewed in Ontario.
For all you do.
This pod's for you.
And back to the live action in the Montreal Forum. Team Sweden has just scored. Keller has scored for Sweden, and it's 4-3.
Thomas Gradin digging the puck out from behind the net, throws it in front, just tips off the defender. Thomas Gradin doing all the work in the end, forechecking, throws it to Anders Kallur, who shoots quickly, beating Mike Liut high to his glove side. But the good forechecking of Thomas Gradin. There's the quick shot by Kallur, beating Mike Liut. 4-3 the score.
9:22 the time of Team Sweden's third goal. Anders Keller from Thomas Gradin.
Sweden goal scored by number 28, Andreas Keller. Assist by number 23, Thomas.
Now this is Lindgren. Lindgren gets the puck ahead to Patrick Sundstrom. He had trouble with it. Gretzky trying to get Gilbert Perreault. The pass was behind him and a delayed offside, and it's called at the Team Sweden line. Gilbert Perreault of Team Canada. Buffalo Sabres' first draft pick back in 1970. Played junior here with the Montreal Canadiens. Keller's second goal of the Canada Cup Series from Gradin at 9:22. So plenty of time remaining in this game. 10:20 left on the clock. And it's Canada 4, Sweden 3. Gretzky checked by Lindgren. Off the boards, Reinhardt has the puck. Sundstrom knocks him against the boards. Puck rolls loose, cleared in front, and it's Eriksson. Thomas Eriksson up to Hawkinson. Hawkinson with Sundstrom over the line, overskated it, and Lafleur, he's stopped. Reinhardt off the boards, Lafleur at center. Coming up to Gilbert Perreault. Gretzky also on the play, and the puck just failed to connect with his stick. Gretzky behind the net. Watched by Eriksson, trying to come in front. Reinhardt, here's Perreault in front, and he couldn't get a shot. Hawkinson up to Patrick Sundstrom. Sundstrom has stopped, and Guy Lafleur inside his own line to Reinhardt. Gilbert Perreault up with Gretzky, a shot. That whistle just wide. Gretzky falls. Perreault is hurt. Perreault went sliding into the boards, and Gretzky and Perreault getting up slowly. And Perreault is limping badly. Here comes Hedberg in for Sweden. Loose puck in front, Hawkinson, and it hit a skate and went wide. Perreault, under a great deal of pain, heads to the bench. Here comes Gretzky. Gretzky's up over the line. Gretzky puts on the brakes. Gillies heads for the net. Potvin shot. That's stopped by Lindmark. And Hedberg has it for Sweden. Hedberg, as Perreault is helped to the dressing room. Here comes Trache. Robinson at center. Hedberg back for Sweden to Lars Molin. Molin into the corner, and he took a slap shot, and it was stopped by Denny Potvin. Trache. Now Potvin behind the net. 8:35 left to play in the game. Canada 4, Sweden 3. Potvin, number 5 for Team Canada. He comes up over the line. Gillies went over the blue line, and it's called on the offside.
Gilbert Perreault was taken to the dressing room, obviously under a great deal of pain. He got to the room. I also see Wayne Gretzky on the bench. He's holding that left wrist. The two of them go into the corner. Gilbert Perreault, Wayne Gretzky was tripped in front of the net, and you see as soon as they hit the boards, Gilbert Perreault comes up holding his leg. Wayne Gretzky was dumped as he went in front of the net, and the two of them slid in together in the boards. Gretzky really taking the feet out from underneath him after he had been dumped, sliding into the corner, but Gretzky's still holding his wrist on the bench as well.
Now here comes Duguay after the puck. Solming got to it first. Pettersson knocked it loose. Now he gets possession. Duguay jams him against the board. Solming, and they pin it there and get another whistle.
Perhaps an indication of how Wayne Gretzky's wrist is as well, is that on that last shift before Perreault was hurt, Gretzky was not taking the face-off. Gilbert Perreault, another center, was moving in, and perhaps that was an indication that his left wrist isn't as strong as it might be, allowing Perreault to take the draws.
A costly blow, no question there, losing Gilbert Perreault. And if Gretzky's unable to continue. Solming in behind the net for Sweden. 4-3 is the score for Team Canada. Pearson chased back by Duguay. Got away from Gainey. Thomas Gradin backhands the puck out. Here's Pettersson. Overskates it, passes to Keller. In front. Oh, and Liut robs Anders Keller.
Perhaps the play of the game of Mike Layut. He didn't look all that good in a few of those earlier goals, but what a stop that was. When two Team Canada defenders went to one man, you see two of them go, and Pettersson just moves the puck through. Anders Kahlur all by himself has all kinds of time, tries to drag the puck back to his forehand, can't get the puck up, and Mike Layut coming up with a sparkling save, preventing the tying goal from Team Sweden.
7:46 left to play in the game. Lindsman against Sundstrom for the face-off in the Team Canada zone. Comes back to Lindgren. His backhand shot goes wide. Reinhardt off the boards, a race for it. This is Ken Lindsman coming in with Danny Gare, and he couldn't control the pass. Beck at the line, a shot deflected, and that just went wide. Lindgren back now to Sundstrom. Sundstrom in for Sweden, dumped by Reinhardt. Beck goes after the puck. Here's Barry Beck. Off the boards to center. Middleton coming up with Lindsman, and the puck nowhere near Danny Garrett goes into the corner. Lindgren takes Gare out of the play. Lindsman gets the puck back. Reinhardt, Lindsman's shot, and that's stopped by Lindmark. 7 minutes left in the game. Now the puck cleared out to center. Deflected there by Keller right onto the stick of Rick Middleton. Middleton, here's Guy Lafleur. Ahead to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky's in over the line, a shot, and Lindgren blocked that. Puck cleared off the boards and down the ice. Robinson chases it deep into his own zone. Leaves it there for Potvin. Up the middle to Clark Gillies. Here comes Gillies for Canada. Cleared it into the corner. Gretzky in with Hallander. Hallander gets to it first, then he falls. Gretzky has the puck, a shot, and Lindmark covers up on the short side. Oh, thrilling end-to-end action here at the Montreal Forum. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I've lost my crown, my people, my fortune, but I can still look smart. And I do. In my Aerosmooth shirt from Aero. Look at this collar, perfection, and it's specially designed to stay perfect. I even get my exact sleeve length. What quality? Aerosmooth, fit for a king at a price any ex-king can afford.
Aerosmooth, white and plain colors, just under $20.
You don't have to give up a fortune to look smart.
We're back at the Montreal Forum. Bernie Pascal with Tom Watt, Ron Roosh, and Eddie Westfall, and our entire CTV crew. Canada 4, Sweden 3. Kent Nielsen, number 14. Both teams at full strength. This is Solman. Hallander pushing with Gretzky in front of the net. Number 14, Kent Nielsen, swinging into the Canadian zone, a shot, and that goes wide. Comes back to the line, Moline. He keeps it in, but then Gainey picks it up for Canada. To Lafleur, back to Gainey. Gainey on the left side, watched by Solman. And Solman got a piece of him. Hallander bumped by Gainey and Lafleur. Hallander kicks the puck loose. Now Lars Moline pins it against the boards. Then got it up to Kent Nielsen. Solman up with Anders Hedberg. He backhands it into the Team Canada zone. 5.5 minutes left to play in the third period. Gainey off the boards. Guy Lafleur, he shoots it into the Sweden zone. And Canada using this opportunity to change on the fly. Solman. Pass hits Thomas Brodin at center. Then he had trouble with the puck. Larry Robinson left it there for Bossy. Over the line to Trottier, trying to get the return pass to Bossy in that field. Robinson, number 19. Here goes Clark Gillies. Gillies in. Oh, and did Hallander lay into him? This Hallander has played an outstanding game on defense. Here's Keller back now for Sweden, a shot. And that was wide of goaltender Mike Layut. Gillies ran into Thomas Brodin. Bossy failed to pick up that. Trottier mixing it up at center with Thomas Eriksson. Now the puck goes into the corner, and it's held there for a whistle. Mike Bossy of the New York Islanders out there for Team Canada. And about 1 hour after this telecast from the Montreal Forum, it's the CFL on CTV. Edmonton and Hamilton. Of course, the local blackout supply. Some exciting games in the Canadian Football League. That one yesterday in Saskatchewan was a dandy. Canada 4. Team Sweden 3 with 4:36 left to play in the third period. Lindsman out there with Middleton. Danny Gare, Hartsburg, and Raymond Bork. Patrick Sundstrom. Hawkinson. And Thomas Eriksson. There's a chance right in front. Lindsman's shot. And that's smothered by goaltender Peter Lindmark.
Well, temper's beginning to flare a little bit here. We're getting right down to the nitty-gritty of the hockey game. Ken Lindsman, who is a very aggressive hockey player, wins the draw, gets that opportunity in front of the net, just darts in and tries to put the puck underneath Peter Lindmark, and there is the defenseman coming to the aid of him. After all, Mike Bossy did score a goal when they didn't come to him earlier in the hockey game, and they're coming, making sure that that second shot is not available to Team Canada.
Sweden in their first game lost to the USA 3-1. Then they lost to the Soviets 6-3. And they beat Finland 5-0 in their last outing. They trail this one 4-3. There's a shot that's wide. Of course, Canada's last game was a 4-4 tie with Czechoslovakia. Hawkinson takes the puck at center, ahead to Kent-Erik Anderson. Back to Sundstrom. He's checked by Raymond Bork, and the puck cleared outside the blue line. Eriksson, he slapped it. Bork gets the puck back to the Team Sweden line. Eriksson almost lost it to Middleton. This is Lars Lindgren. Lindgren shoots the puck into the Team Canada zone. Craig Hartsburg, number 4. Native of Stratford, Ontario, couldn't get it out. Lindgren keeps it in. Now Raymond Bork will try. Bork shoots it out to center. Here's a break for Rick Middleton. Then he overskated the puck. Lindsman hammered against the boards by Sundstrom. Gare, a shot deflected up over the glass. No, it hit the top of the glass and stayed in. Bork off the boards to Lindsman. Lindsman in front. Here's Danny Gare. He can't get a shot. And back comes Team Sweden. Anderson up with Sundstrom. Anderson over the line. Hartsburg takes him out of the play. Sundstrom's shot, and it's deflected up into the seats behind goaltender Mike Liu. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
I got a great deal from Harvey's. Hey, look at that. Beautiful Canada Cup poster. Well, my friend, you can have one every time you order a double burger from Harvey's. Skate, come on. Skate, come on. Come on. A great double burger. Come on, guys. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Come on. A great deal. Come on. A beautiful Canada Cup poster when you order a double burger from Harvey's.
Buy a double burger and get the official 1981 Canada Cup poster.
That's the time remaining in this game. Canada leading by 1 goal. In the shots department, Canada has had 32 shots, Sweden 16. Salming clears the puck off the board. This is Paul Reinhardt. Hellander moves up, number 4 for Sweden. Bob Gainey, number 23 for Team Canada. It's stopped there by Kent Nielsen. Nielsen getting set, passes it back to Hedberg. It's intercepted. Gainey has it at center. Kent Nielsen has checked. The puck goes up over the glass and out of play.
Well, one of the players you have to watch late in the hockey game, you never seem to see him, is that Kent Nielsen. He got 49 goals in the National Hockey League last year. You don't notice him a lot on the ice, but he's got great skill, and he's dangerous all the time. You don't see him for the majority of the game, then all of a sudden the puck's in your net, and he gets credit for the goal. And he would be one player that Team Canada is going to have to watch late here in the hockey game, because he can be dangerous even though he doesn't dominate a game.
You know, we're talking to him, too, at the practice along with Thomas Gradine, and Kent Nielsen said, sure, I got 131 points last year, but he said, you know, the best game I played was a game in Chicago, and I didn't get 1 point. So what does that tell you? 2:56 left here in the third period. Canada 4 and Sweden 3. Goring, Bob Gainey, Guy Lafleur. Beck shoots the puck in. Stefan Persson chases it down. Watched by Borja Solming as he stands in front of Guy Lafleur. Now Persson clears it off the boards, intended for Hedberg. It got away from him. It's shot right back in. Gainey. Lindmark almost got nailed by Gainey as he didn't see him coming. Oh, and that chance for Goring. He went to shoot the puck. It just bounced over his stick. Solming now back for Team Sweden. Up the middle, Lars Molin passes to Kent Nielsen to Hedberg. A shot, and it's gloved and held onto by Mike Liut. And he slaps it off the board. Solming has trouble with it. Puck comes out to center. Molin. Dennis Potvin for Canada. Here comes Potvin. He shoots the puck in. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the game. 4-3, Team Canada. Molin, number 12. Trying to hit Hedberg with that pass, and that just failed. Potvin to Brian Trottier. Here comes Trottier to Clark Gillies. Over the line, a shot. What a save by Peter Lindmark. As he reached out, didn't trap the puck, just knocked it down. 1:43 left in the game. What a save by Peter Lindmark.
Clark Gillies getting a little room to shoot that puck, just moved to his left and let the slapper go. Peter Lindmark just got the glove hand in front, wasn't quite able to control the rebound. Mike Bossy looking to get on it quickly, but the defender's coming back to clear the puck for him. But Gillies having all kinds of time, wound up with a special, and I'm sure that Peter Lindmark's hand is a little red after that one.
Lindmark was the all-star goalie at the World Championships in Sweden. He wasn't even invited to the Team Sweden camp. They were playing in northern Sweden. Their goalie got hurt, and they picked him up, and he's been with the team ever since. Here's a chance for Bork. Then he decides to slap it off the boards. Bossy behind the net, right in front. Gillies was checked by Thomas Gradin. Here comes Anders Keller. Keller, number 28, down right wing. Hartsburg takes him out of the play. Gillies bumped by Gradin. Pedersen goes after it. Bossy is checked by Anders Keller. Now Gradin steals the puck. Thomas Gradin in behind the net, right in front, a loose puck. Here's a chance. Pedersen's shot goes wide. Gradin again in front, and Keller couldn't get a shot as Bork intercepted that. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the game. Bork clears it off the boards, and down the ice it goes. A race for it. Lindgren gets back quickly. Icing against Team Canada with 56 seconds left. And hold on to your seats. We're going to have a finish here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether the Swedish coach takes Peter Lindmark out of the net at this point. One of the problems when you play this type of round-robin series is he's coming now, is that later on in the series, perhaps that extra goal may hurt your position in the spread. But it's very important for Team Sweden in this hockey game to try and come out with 1 point, and so they're taking the goaltender out with 56 seconds remaining in the game.
Peter Lindmark heads to the bench. 56 seconds on the clock. 4-3, Team Canada over Sweden. Robinson, Goring, Gainey, Potvin, and Middleton. On the ice for Team Canada, Molin, Sundstrom, Hedberg, Kent Nielsen, Solming, and Stefan Persson for Team Sweden. And Kent Nielsen of the Calgary Flames will take the face-off. Scotty Bowman conferring with assistant coach Al McNeil. The Team Sweden net is empty. There's a shot, loose puck in front, and it's cleared outside the line. Now Goring shoots it, and it's trapped by Solming. Ahead to Kent Nielsen. 45 seconds, right to Gainey, and that's blocked by Boreas Solming. Nielsen trying to get the puck. He clears it over to Solming. 37 seconds left. Hedberg shoots the puck in. After it goes Lars Molin. Molin clearing it in front, and it's Larry Robinson off the boards at the blue line. It's stopped by Bob Gainey. Goring trying to get a shot, and Solming shoots it in. Loose puck at center. 20 seconds left. Here comes Pearson. Stefan Pearson, a long shot over the glass and out of play. 14 seconds left in the game.
Well, the most important thing about that shot going out of play is that it comes back. The faceoff comes outside the line with 14 rather than going inside the line to the right of Mike Liut, and that's a very important point for the puck to be with 14 seconds remaining in the hockey game.
Kent Nielsen remains out there for Sweden along with Hedberg. Now Hawkinson comes out, number 17, as they do a little juggling with the Team Sweden players. Remember, the net is empty. Team Sweden's goaltender Lindmark on the bench for the extra attacker. Solming goes over to confer with Hawkinson. And now Scotty Bowman decides to send Brian Trottier out there. Trottier, Goring, Gainey, Potvin, and Larry Robinson. Goring heads to the bench just to confer with Scotty Bowman.
Well, I think what Scotty wants him to do, we'll see where he's going with this puck, but he put Trottier on his right. I think he's going to try to go ahead with the puck.
Kent Nielsen, number 14, against Butch Goring. Goring wins the face-off, backhands the puck down the ice. Solming touches it. It's icing against Team Canada with 8 seconds left in the game.
That was a very difficult call for the linesman. Usually if the puck is iced like that off the draw, if it's hard to tell whether the person really directed it down, the icing would be waved off. But Brian Trottier won it so clean. He did go to his forehand, try to go ahead with it. It was called for icing, brought all the way back in with 8 seconds into the Team Canada zone, and I'm sure they wouldn't want that face-off there if they could help it.
A critical time in this game. 1 goal difference, 4-3. They'll get into position to the right of goaltender Mike Liut. Team Canada's next game will be Wednesday against the Soviet Union, and that game will be televised on CTV. 2 other games to be played tonight in Winnipeg. Finland plays the Soviet Union, and 8 o'clock tonight at the Montreal Forum, Team USA will play Czechoslovakia. Lars Molin, number 12, will take the draw against Brian Trottier. Puck is dropped, comes back to the line, outside the line to center, 4 seconds left. This is Kent Nielsen shooting it down into the Team Canada zone. The game is over, and Team Canada has defeated Sweden 4-3. And they're off the bench to congratulate goaltender Mike Liut.
Well, Mike Liut, who didn't look sharp in some of the earlier going, only 16 shots against, I think had to come back and make the most sparkling save of the hockey game off Kallur when Kallur was right off the edge of the net. And really, that was the save that saved the 1 point, the tie, and gave Team Canada the win because Kallur was all by himself in front of the net.
An exciting finish to the game that got off to a rather slow start in the first period. Potvin and Bossy made it 2-0 after the first period. Hedberg and Lafleur getting goals in that second, 3-1, and then Hedberg scoring in the third period. Perreault and Anders Keller. A total of 7 goals with Canada defeating Team Sweden 4-3, and the teams lined up at their respective blue lines. And we'll have the players of the game coming up momentarily. The Labatt player and the Planters player of the game.
Its soapstone carvings to the most valuable player from each team as selected by a panel of international media representatives. Recevant le trophée Planters, receiving the Planters Award for Team Canada, pour l'équipe du Canada, le numéro 10, number 10.
The Planters player of the game from Team Canada, Guy Lafleur. This win today assures Canada of a semi-final berth, and the Soviets need a win against Finland tonight to guarantee themselves a semi-final position as well. Now the Labatt player of the game from Team Sweden.
De la Suède, receiving the Labatt Award from Team Sweden. Presentation will be made by Mr. Ray Boucher, Vice President of La Brasserie Labatt Limité. Le numéro 15, number 15, Anders Hedberg.
Second time that Hedberg has won the Player of the Game award. He received that honor in Winnipeg in the 5-0 win over Finland. Hedberg had 2 goals in this game. So the players of the game, Guy Lafleur and Anders Hedberg. And now the national anthem as Team Canada wins by a score of 4-3. The Canadian national anthem. Canada remaining undefeated in Canada Cup 81. And their next game will be Wednesday against the Soviet Union. The final score, Canada 4, Sweden 3. Canada Cup 81 will continue in a moment.
Want to come to the Canada Cup with me? I'm Paul Henderson, and this could be your ticket. Every weekend from now until September 11th, provincial lottery players in Ontario get a bonus chance at an all-expense-paid weekend for two at the championship final in Montreal. It's an instant prize that you could find inside your provincial ticket pouch, and there's 50 of them. I know how exciting a cup final can be, so come to the Canada Cup with me. And I'm bringing my skates, just in case.
You love Fridays!
Många av våra bästa ishockeyspelare här i Kanada, de får bra betalt. När jag fick ett erbjudande att komma hit sa jag att jag skulle stanna endast en kort tid och att jag skulle spela för Peanuts. Planters Peanuts. För de är så goda, smakar suveränt och framförallt, de är så färska. Visst är det trevligt här i Kanada, men nu när vi har våra Planters tycker jag vi ska fundera på att dra oss hemåt innan de långa svenska vinternätterna sätter in.
Sundown, feel the magic move ya. Sundown, feel it moving through ya. Hold on, just a little longer. Sundown, keeps on getting stronger. Watch my spirit ascending like one more chance to catch the light. When you're smiling, keep on smiling. Smiles along with you.
Well, Canada remains undefeated in the tournament through 4 games, 3 wins and a tie. There you see the final score, 4-3 Canada winning this one. A narrow victory for Team Canada, although they outshot Team Sweden considerably in the game, 33-16, including 10-5 in the third period. In that third period, Sweden outscored Canada by a 2-1 margin. Guy Lafleur with a goal and 2 assists in the game. He got, of course, the Player of the Game award for Team Canada. Perreault with a goal and an assist, and Bourque with 2 assists in the game. Well, we've got a little time after the game. Time now, I guess, for the Eagleson Report. Alan Eagleson joining us here. Alan, first of all, a pretty good hockey game. A little narrow. I was a little worried.
A little scary. We outshot the Swedes 32 or 33-16, Ron, but they came back and they played well. As I said to their coach, he's to be congratulated, and had they played that well during the first few games of the tournament, they could have wound up in second or third place. Now they're on the ropes. Czechs will have to lose to USA, and then it's up to Sweden to beat the Czechs next Wednesday in Ottawa. So all in all, it's right back to an exciting series, which we anticipated when we started.
All right, what's happening in the boardrooms? That's
we're
always fun to listen to.
No big problems, Ron. What we're trying to do this time is give something to the fans that haven't had the opportunity to get to the games, and I think we've come up with probably the best program in our history, with a fold-out poster of all the players, and it's very pretty and nicely done by a Canadian artist. All of it is very positive and bright and cheery. And we've done a promotion with Harvey's through our program distributor and through Zellers, and both of those outfits will be working on it. But the problems are pretty well behind us now. Air Canada deserves a lot of credit because they've moved all of the teams across the country. The only piece of lost luggage we had was the Team USA set of sticks, so we've been rustling for those this afternoon. But all in all, the program's working well. We're happy with the way it's gone, and we're obviously in for a couple of exciting games with Canada versus Russia, Czechs USA, Sweden, Czechoslovakia. So the next 4 or 5 games are going to prove to be very exciting.
Got to be pleased with our hockey team.
Oh, very happy with it today. We could have used more goals, but the Swedes played well. The goaltender, Lindmark, played the way he did in the World Championships. He's an outstanding young player. The fan support is very important to our club. We're looking forward to a big game on a Wednesday night, the semifinals and the finals, and we expect Canada to be there.
So are we. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you very much.
Alan Eagleson joining us here on the intermission. In a moment, we'll be talking with one of the Team Canada players. Canada Cup 81 continues in a moment.
For great movies and specials. This season, Richard Dreyfuss will star in the fascinating account of contact with alien beings, Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Richard Dreyfuss also stars in the motion picture that earned him an Academy Award for Best Actor, Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl.
I thought you said you were decent.
I am decent. I also happen to be naked.
CTV will continue premiering movies like Superman and in seasons to come films like 9 to 5.
I'm no fool. I've killed the boss. You think they're not going to fire me for a thing like that?
Also watch for Blazing Saddles and Justice for All, 10, The China Syndrome, The Buddy Holly Story, plus more. This season and every season, CTV has the best in motion picture entertainment. CTV will once again broadcast the excitement, glitter, and suspense of the Academy Awards, as well as our great lineup of your favorite award shows. It's an exciting lineup. So this season and every season, watch CTV for the best in specials and motion pictures. And we'll be looking first for you.
Team Canada wins the hockey game 4-3. Raymond Bourque came up with 2 assists. He's the top scoring defenseman on Team Canada right now. Ray is with us here in the studios. And Ray, what about this hockey game? Kind of an up and down performance, I thought.
Well, we were off to a good start, and we're off to a 2-0 lead. And that's not very much when you play against these type of teams. They come back in no time, and that's what happened. They scored one. We scored another one. We were up 2 goals again, and they came back, and it was like that the whole game. But it was a pretty tight hockey game, and we came out on top.
There's skaters, and do you find that the pressure they put on you is a little different than what you see in the National Hockey League as a defenseman, looking at them coming at you?
They're not the type